The following is a presentation of WBON TV Sports and Wallingford Media Group. Welcome to the High School Football Game of the Week from WBONTV.com Sports. The High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair, Richmond, Kentucky Tourism, CT Diesel Performance, Renfro's Collision, White & Associates CPAs, Madison Drug, Hometown Dental, Batteries Unlimited, Gateway Cycles, Realty World, Hometown Clinic, Apollo Pizza, Kentucky Farm Bureau, Raider, Mayo, and Hornsby, CSEPRepairKY.com, and Jack Burford Chevrolet.
Welcome in to WBONTV.com and on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting. It is the nightcap, Avery Collier. We have got Madison Central versus Lex Cath. And I tell you what, the crowd is here. We've got a big crowd on hand for this one. And rightfully so. The Indians knocking off the Knights last year for the first time in school history. And even bigger, Bo Allen is the number one player in the state preseason rankings. And he's the quarterback for the Knights of Lexington Catholic.
Yeah, now just watching Bo Allen throw out here, you can tell he's got great fundamentals, good feet underneath him, has a really quick release, throws the ball on the line. So interested to see how Central's defense can kind of counteract the athleticism as well as the arm of the quarterback of Lexington Catholic.
We are live on WBONTV.com and on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting, 192.5 WEKY and 103.5 WKXO. It is the CT Diesel Performance pregame show. CT Diesel Performance is a full-service repair shop for any type of auto gas vehicle. Like them on Facebook at CT Diesel Performance for monthly specials and find out more about CT Diesel Performance at ctdiesel.us. Final score in this game last year was 27-14. The Indians knocked off the Knights of Lexington Catholic, and it is kind of been a big deal. The Knights know that they kind of let one get away from them last year. It was an interesting game. We were there. Yep. The lightning delay was about a 2-hour lightning delay, and when the teams came back out, it just seemed like the Indians had all the momentum because I think it was homecoming that night. They were having a dance after the game. Mm-hmm. It was just kind of an awkward situation for the Knights of Lexington Catholic at home last year. Now, on the road, they're looking to knock off Madison Central in quite possibly maybe the biggest opening game the Indians have had in quite some time. Coach Mark Sanders enters his 4th year as head coach of the Madison Central football program, and prior to returning to Madison Central in 2014, Sanders enjoyed a successful 6-year tenure as head coach at Garrett County High School. Now, Sanders compiled a 40-33 record while head coach over at Garrett County, and his coaching staff led Garrett County to a school record-tying 12-2 season in 2011, winning the school's 3rd district championship and first ever regional championship along the way. And they went on to advance to the state semifinal in Class 3A against Belfry that same year. In 2011, Sanders was selected as the Class 3A District 5 Coach of the Year and was runner-up in the Courier Journal statewide Coach of the Year balloting. And in the summer of 2012 was presented the Bill Vaught Memorial Coach of the Year Award by the Danville Advocate Messenger. After posting consecutive winning seasons the last 2 years, including an 8-3 season last year, the Indians hope to take the next step towards a district championship and playoff success this year. And it would be a big step for them to win this ball game and get off on the right foot. Interesting to note, we talked about the quarterback that Lex Cath has in Bo Allen being the number one player in the state. Central is going to have 2 quarterbacks tonight. Derek Miller and Kitten Humphrey will be splitting reps tonight. As Coach Sanders told me, they have not settled on a starter. Both guys were extremely impressive here in the offseason, and he will go with the hot hand. If Miller comes out and starts and has a really good opening drive, they'll probably stick with him. If he comes out and struggles, then Humphrey will get his reps in the next drive.
Yeah, and it's funny because most of the times I would just be like, all right, go ahead. You got to pick a quarterback, get it started. But if there's any coach in high school football right now, at least that I've watched, that I feel comfortable having 2 quarterbacks, that's Coach Mark Sanders. That he knows what he's doing. He always comes into the game with a great game plan, even when he might not have the best team. Tonight, I think that Madison Central is fighting an uphill battle 100%. You know, Lex Cath has athletes that have a really good quarterback, which in high school football, just you cash in when you get one of those once every 7 to 10 year great high school quarterbacks, because they can really make a heck of a difference. So I think coming into the game, hopefully one of those quarterbacks just kind of stands up. That's, I think, coming out of this game, of course you want to win, and they can win. They got to get some stops on offense early. But if one of those quarterbacks just steps up to the plate tonight, makes a statement and says, hey, I'm moving against this team, I'm keeping us in contention with this game, I think he could win the starting job.
Well, you and I both know last year and even in previous years, the defense has been the calling card for Madison Central.
Yes.
And I talked to Coach Centers earlier this week. We'll have that interview for you here in just a moment. And he is excited about this football game. He's excited to see how his guys that were sophomores last year progress coming into this season. It will be a big game for Central, and Lexington Catholic will step aside for a 3-minute commercial break and be back on the CT Diesel Performance pregame show right here on WBONTV.com.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
New Silverados cost less at Jack Burford Chevrolet. We have rugged ones. We have stock shiny ones. We sell pretty ones. And we have Silverados for the fan in all of us. And Chevy trucks are just as smart as they are strong. Offering Chevrolet MyLink, wireless charging, and 4G LTE Wi-Fi. Check out our new truck inventory online at jackburford.com. Jack Burford Chevrolet,
where Chevys cost less.
Readers of the Richmond Register, keep voting Apollo Pizza the best pizza in Madison County. Why? Because Apollo Pizza is delicious, that's why. But Apollo serves more than delicious handmade pizza. Mixed green salads, hot subs, and hoagies, boneless wings, and amazing baked pasta. Dine in at 228 South 2nd Street or get carry-out and delivery in northern Madison County at 3325 Colonel Road. After the game or anytime, visit Madison County's home for handmade pizza for over 30 years, Apollo Pizza.
Since 1996, Renfro's Collision has been one of Central Kentucky's most trusted collision repair facilities, handling everything from small dings and dents to major collision damage. And now, with a very ultra-modern facility equipped with the latest technology and staffed with iCar Gold certified technicians, Renfro's accepts insurance from all companies and works for you, not them. So the next time you need collision repair, choose Renfro's. We've got the training, reputation, and the equipment to repair your vehicle properly and to protect your family should another accident occur.
Visit Richmond, Kentucky. Stay overnight, stay 2 nights, or a whole week. Plenty to do, plenty of room. Make Richmond your base camp for the greatest sights in Central Kentucky. Find out more. Visit RichmondKYTourism.com or download the Richmond Tourism app.
When you're the boss, you need the right machines. The right machine is a new Kawasaki Mule Pro FXR side-by-side. Quality fit and finish, and all this cabin space. Maneuvers like you wouldn't believe. The new Kawasaki Mule Pro FXR, the strongest, 'cause I said so.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling, 859-497-2100.
Back on WBONTV.com here on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting as well, WBKY, WKXO. Watching Bo Allen out there get ready to warm up for this game number 11, the starting quarterback for Lexington Catholic. You can see us live here on WBONTV.com. Courtesy of the broadcast booth, brought to you by Gateway Cycles. Welcome into the Gateway Cycles broadcast booth. Gateway Cycles located in Mount Sterling. When it's time to choose your next ride, visit GatewayCycles.com. And we're here on the CT Diesel Performance pregame show. CT Diesel Performance is a full-service repair shop for any type of auto gas vehicle. Like them on Facebook for monthly specials and find out more at ctdiesel.us. They're getting us some stats lined up. I want to say thanks to WL Stats for hooking us up. Hugh Davis normally does a good job. We are going to have some live stats tonight, Avery, so it's pretty cool having live stats here for us on the air and here on WBONTV.com and on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting as well. We've got our coach's interview with Coach Mark Centers. We'll pull that up and get that ready. The coach's interview is brought to you by Apollo's Pizza, voted Richmond Register's best pizza in town for over 35 years. It has always been Apollo's Pizza. We'll send it over to Randy Rosenbaum for our coach's interview with Mark Centers. The defense has always been your calling card here at Madison Central, and it seems like it's somebody new every single year. What guys are we most looking forward to seeing this year on the defensive side of the ball?
Well, our two new inside linebackers, Colby Jackson and Jackson Jewett, have had really good off seasons, really good summer leading up to the game, and we expect big things out of them. We expect those guys to kind of be the leaders of the defense for sure. Being a passing game tonight, they're going to have their hands full with the passing game, but those two good run stoppers inside. The Cox twins, Jesse and Jeremy, have been, mainstays on our defense since their sophomore year. So obviously we're looking for big years out of them. Our nose guard Jordan Akahari is also doing an awfully good job, and we've got 5 or 6 defensive linemen. We're trying to develop 7 or 8 defensive linemen that we can rotate in and out of there. Levi Gaskins is definitely one of our team leaders as an outside linebacker, and Daniel Baker is doing a great job there. In the secondary, we're going to play a lot of different players. We have several guys. Brandon Abner, Armando Altamirano, Ben Snap, and David Rhodes have all been working at the corner position. Ben also, works in at safety. He can play either safety and has done a fantastic job. Ben's kind of our baseball guy. And I was giving him a hard time in practice the other day about being a utility man, and he takes a great pride in that because he's a utility guy in baseball, and he's certainly a utility guy for us in football as well. You'll see him on offense and literally anywhere in the secondary. He's a nice little player, and we've got those guys. Of course, Kenton Humphrey returns as a safety as well, and so we'll play. Some guys in the secondary, several guys. We're going to need all the help we can get.
You guys played a very interesting game with Lexington Catholic last year. It had the lightning delay that delayed the game almost 2 hours, and it kind of, I don't know if it gave either team momentum, but you all pulled off a big win on the road. Do you expect any kind of maybe a revenge factor from Lexington to this kind of game, knowing that they lost it at home last year?
Well, anytime you play a team a few years in a row, the way that we have, I think always the previous year is always laying in the back of the team's mind, especially the team that came up short. So, I would say that certainly there's the desire there, but, also you got to remember, too, that up until last year, Madison Central had never beaten Lexington Catholic. So, there lies that as well. So, we don't lack for motivation from our side of the football either. So, I expect it to be a good game. Coach Perry's doing a great job over there. They have made consistent deep runs in the playoffs for years. We know that to expect nothing less than the same. A very highly touted Lexington team in 3A, and I think everybody expects them to make another deep run this year. They have traditionally played very strong competition in their out-of-district opponents, which I think helps them prepare for the district and playoff runs. I hopefully that we got a 6A versus 3A matchup. Got a really good 3A team, and hopefully we'll start proving that we're a pretty good 6A team as well.
Talk about your quarterback position. Got 2 guys that are still kind of battling for that starting spot. What can we expect from those guys coming up in the opening game?
Well, Derek Miller and Kenton Humphrey are both doing a fantastic job, really, for us. We're very proud of both of those guys, and they both complement each other well, but they both bring, a couple of their own strengths to the table as well. I would expect to see both of those guys this evening. I feel like, obviously I've already mentioned Kenton as being a mainstay in our defense, and he's a heck of a safety. So, he'll have to play both sides at times tonight. And Derek has done a really good job of coming on. He's got a really strong arm and does a nice job, in running the offense. Both of them have done a good job. In the scrimmage last week, both of those guys were very productive. Both of them made a few mistakes, as you might expect a quarterback, a young guy to make, because while they're both juniors, they both, Derek's run a lot of reps at quarterback as on the JV level last year and playing behind Zach a little bit. But, Kenton has not had consistent reps at quarterback prior to this summer. for a couple years. So, but both of them are doing a really good job, and we feel like we can win football games with both of them. And sometimes it may just be who's got the hot hand, and other times it may just be something that we're trying to get done. But we have full confidence in both of those guys, and as we move forward, if one separates themselves, then we may go in that direction, and otherwise we feel like we've got two pretty good guys back there we can count on.
As far as the offense goes and the defense, what does Madison Central have to do to come out with a win this evening?
Well, we're going to have to protect the football and, in some ways probably control the clock a little bit. I think that's going to be important. Catholic has the ability to score in bunches, and they have the ability to score fast. Again, their quarterback's going to put the ball on the money. Got a really nice running back returning for his senior year, Jones. He's a nice player, and so you can't just abandon the run.
Yeah.
You got to be able to defend both, and he is a very talented back, and the way you have to spread out to defend their passing game certainly gives him some lanes to run through and stuff. So, their offense is a formidable task. We're going to have to be solid. We're going to have to make sure that we make plays in space, and hopefully, hopefully we're able to get a turnover or two along the way. That always helps. I can give you a laundry list of things that we're going to need to do to be able to win. But bottom line, it comes down to who executes the best and who's able to make the least mistakes. So, I'd say that probably sums it up right there.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck this evening, and we'll be cheering you on.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
There's a lot of what ifs in life, but you got no worries if you know where to go. To shelter in place, that's what I mean. Get people indoors, don't leave the scene. Turn off all the air systems in your place. Find a windowless room, there's no time to waste. Take a TV or radio with you too, so you can keep track of important news. This is good advice no matter where you're from. Find out more at prepareky.com.
Kentucky has lots of counties and miles of roads. And in every county, there's a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent looking out for folks when they're on the road. When you're in Kentucky, you're never far away from Kentucky's own property and casualty insurer.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Looking for that friendly, family-owned pharmacy? Then look no further than Madison Drug in Richmond. We take the time to get to know our customers, and we're always available to answer your questions. Our goal is to serve you quickly, and you can count on us for all your prescriptions, immunizations, and free delivery for your convenience. All major insurance plans are always accepted. If you're tired of long lines and impersonal treatment at the chain stores, come see Charles at Madison Drug. Madison Drug and Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Back on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and on WBONTV.com. Your game ball delivery is brought to you by Madison Drug in Richmond. Take the hassle out of picking up your prescription with free delivery from Madison Drug on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. The Indians won the toss, elect to receive. They'll get the ball first. Coming at you live on WBONTV.com and on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting, it is high school football action. Back to return for the Indians is number 1, and then he'll take it in the end zone for a touchback.
He's one of the playmakers that I'm really looking forward to see.
Yep.
How he kind of steps into his role and flourishes. At least in my opinion, I think that'll be a big deal. Him playing the slot receiver, getting kind of close to the quarterback, give him some room to operate as well as coming out of the backfield.
Looks like Kenton Humphrey will lead us off as the starter tonight for Madison Central. He'll take the first drive reps. Humphrey going to be in the shotgun. Under center. Holberg is behind him. Send the man in motion. They'll fake the handoff to Holberg, and Humphrey is going down. First play of the game, a sack. Kenton Humphrey brought down for a loss of, it looks like 8. Big loss as Humphrey was rolling out right side, Avery, and goes down.
Yeah, definitely not the way that you want to start the game. You want to come out and get that offense in rhythm. He just came off the edge, looked like a free rusher, laid a nice hit in the backfield.
But it didn't take long for Lexington to get to Kenton Humphrey. Second down and long for the Indians. Humphrey going to hand it off this time to Holberg, and Holberg battling through. Gets it across the 15 and takes it up to the 17-yard line. They'll make it third and long for the Indians.
Holberg, you knew him last year to kind of be that punisher, that back you used in the red zone to kind of punch it in the end zone. Get a touchdown there, kind of using the same context, get them away from their own end zone. No opportunity for a safety there by Lexington. Just good hard downfield running.
And it's Humphrey up under center. Holberg at the deep back. They're going to drop back to pass. Low slant. Pass is up in the air. Ben Snap can't catch it. Incomplete. And they'll go 3 and out on their first drive with the Indians offense.
Yeah, and it kind of scares me right there what Kenton Murphy did. That was his first read. That was the first person he looked to. He telegraphed that pass the whole way. I feel like he kind of made up his mind that he was going there before the snap even happened. So I understand he's not very familiar with being in this setting, but he's got to get comfortable and read the defense.
The Knights send 2 players back as Brownwell and Schmurr are back to return. Cox gets the punt off. Nice little end over end. They'll take an Indian bounce and still roll. And at the 47-yard line is down by the Indians. So here come the Knights. They are pumped up and ready to go, Avery, as we saw in that first drive defensively. Now, defensively, can the Indians get a stop?
And the defense, this is the bread and butter here, the Madison Central Indians. Stepped up huge last year. Looking for that emphatic KJ Long, Tristan Moorhead. Who's going to replace those guys? Looking for that right here.
Bo Allen, the starting quarterback for the Knights, is the #1 player in the state. He'll drop back to pass on first down. Allen looking down the field. He is going deep. He has got an arm, and that pass is going to be complete. What a catch as Nathan Schmurr hauls it in. And that didn't take long. A 44-yarder down to the 40 or down to the 5-yard line. First and goal, Knights.
Didn't take him long at all to get settled in. Beautifully ran route, ball right over the top. He showcased his ability first play.
Bo Allen showing off that arm. The sophomore QB. Now with Jones in the backfield. Hands it off to him. Damian Jones trying to get around the edge. Got a good block to spring him, and he is in the end zone. 2 plays, and the Knights strike 7, or to make it 6-0. Extra point pending.
Is it bad that 2 plays has kind of gotten me nervous already that we started the game? Bo Allen, just, and it's not the 2. If he would have dished it off for a 40-yard gain, that'd be one thing. But the ball was in the air, 35, 40 yards almost, perfectly over the shoulder, right into the receiver's pocket in stride. And then Damian Jones, just a force.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the speed to get to the outside, and he runs really hard. So be interesting to see how the Central defense fares here.
Extra point pending. And the extra point is up. We have a flag on the play. No, we don't. Never mind. Flag not on the play. Extra point is good. 7-0. That did not take long, Avery. Indians go 3 and out, and the Knights strike, and they score on 2 plays. 7-0. Indians trail the Knights. Back in 1 minute on WBONTV.com and the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting.
Readers of the Richmond Register keep voting Apollo Pizza the best pizza in Madison County. Why? Because Apollo Pizza is delicious, that's why. But Apollo serves more than delicious handmade pizza. Mixed green salads, hot subs, and hoagies. Boneless wings and amazing baked pasta. Dine in at 228 South 2nd Street or get carry-out and delivery in northern Madison County at 3325 Colonel Road. After the game or anytime, visit Madison County's home for handmade pizza for over 30 years. Apollo Pizza.
Silverados cost less at Jack Burford Chevrolet. We have rugged ones, we have stock shiny ones, we sell pretty ones, and we have Silverados for the fan in all of us. And Chevy trucks are just as smart as they are strong, offering Chevrolet MyLink, wireless charging, and 4G LTE Wi-Fi. Check out our new truck inventory online at jackburford.com. Jack Burford Chevrolet.
Where Chevys cost less.
Hahn will return for the Indians, and he is brought down at the 24-yard line. Indians will take over. Avery, a two-play drive for Lexcath. They go 47 yards to Nathan Smurr. Make it 42 yards to Nathan Smurr, who gets them down to the 5-yard line, and then Damian Jones punches it in for a touchdown. And now Derek Miller will be quarterback for Madison Central as the Indians come out. Switching up the quarterbacks now. Miller will take over. He'll go up under center, and he'll have Holberg in the backfield. Can the Indians get some offense going? Seeing Warford in motion. Miller going to throw. He's looking over the middle, and he's going deep. That pass is almost picked off. Way off the mark. Derek Miller trying to go at number 11, Antoine Warford.
And Derek Miller saw that Warford had the cornerback beat. He did. He just had way too much pressure in his face. Another case of you haven't been in this situation too many times. Yeah. You got to know better than to throw that football. If you're throwing it, make sure you land it beside one of the cheerleaders over here on the track.
Derek Miller, a junior, 6'4", 210 pounds. He has got the build of a perfect quarterback.
Yeah.
He's got to work on those mechanics, and he's inexperienced. It's only his first time at really getting meaningful time at the quarterback position. Handoff goes to number 5. That's Gavin Holberg, the senior, 6 foot, 190-pound running back. He gets it up to the 30-yard line. Gain of 5. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Indians.
And the run game looks strong. Every time that the 2 carries that Holberg has received, he's went for at least 5 or 6 yards. He's had holes and alleys to run through as well.
Miller coming out on 3rd and short. Say 3rd and 4 on the scoreboard. Pitching out to Holberg. Gavin, nowhere to go. Break a tackle, but can't get away from the next tackle. And that'll bring him down for a loss of a couple and bring up 4th down in Avery. 2 3-and-outs for the Indian offense, and the only time we've got to see Bo Allen, he threw a 42-yard strike to Nathan Snurr.
Yeah, and we've kind of seen this from a Central offense. It's a little stagnant, wait until they catch their rhythm, then they'll hit a few big plays. You're against this Lexcat team, you're going to have to catch that rhythm a lot sooner.
Cox, another good punt. This one going to be returned by Brownwell, and Brownwell's got space down the right sideline. Brownwell cutting it back, has got it down to the 20. There is a flag on the play, and this one's going to be coming back.
And Mike, we'd already said, Madison Central is a little bit is the underdog type feel. Lexcast supposed to be a really good team this year. These are simple plays, even though you kind of got saved, this one is coming back. If you want to win this game, if you want to compete in this game, you have to win all sides, as well as special teams.
Cox got a good punt off, and that time Brownwell, I was surprised he even tried to catch it because he caught it in traffic, but then it paid off for him. He got it down to the 20, but the penalty will negate the big return.
Yeah, really dangerous catch there.
Back them up from the 48-yard line of Madison Central, so it'll be at the 42 is where the Knights will take over their own 42-yard line. Bo Allen has thrown one pass. It was a 42-yarder to Nathan Snurr. Then Damian Jones, a 5-yard run into the end zone, put the Knights on top 7-0 with 8.5 to play now in the first quarter. Allen will hand it off. This time to number 4, that's Jones, and Jones across the 45 up to the 46, gain of 4.
Yeah, and Jones just really knows how to get downhill. He doesn't try to bounce it to the outside. He hits his holes, he runs his lanes, gets up the field. 5
wide receivers for Bo Allen, and I don't think Bo's much of a runner, so I would assume a big pass here. He's looking to throw. Allen looking right, and it's dropped. Incomplete, trying to hit number 1, Snurr, who hit the big 42-yard catch on the first drive. It brings up 3rd and 6. High school football, this might be one of those situations, Avery, where if the Knights are 4th and 3 or shorter, they might go for it here right around midfield.
Yeah, especially in first 2 drives, starting in great field position. I think they're pretty confident in their offense.
Jones is back in the backfield with Allen. Allen looking to throw, looking left, getting pressure from behind. Pass is incomplete. Is it picked off? It is not picked off. Ben Snap said he had it. The officials say it hit the ground, but it will be incomplete, and the Knights will punt. Indians force a 3-and-out on this drive.
Bo wasn't really pressured there. Mr. Allen had some time, but it still seemed like he felt a little rushed.
Yeah.
He stepped up into the pocket, and he did everything he was supposed to do, but he kind of released it a little quick. It kind of came out of his hand a little high in there, missed his receiver. So maybe if they can continue to put pressure on Allen, he can make a few mistakes.
Snap and Hahn back to return. There is a whistle, and we'll see who it's on. It could be against the Indians for jumping early. It's against them. Offside, so tack on 5 yards. Now this could be intriguing. Do the Knights want to go for it now on what would be about 4th and 3?
And Levi Gaskins stuck his hand up claiming the offside. Say that's not a rookie. That's not a freshman in the game. That's one of your seniors. You expect him to kind of play a little bit more heads up because, like you said, you feel like the Knights are more likely to go for a 4th and 1, 4th and 2, and that's exactly what's happening.
Bring the defense back out onto the field, guys. That is a big penalty. 4th down and 1.5 yards, and the Knights are going to go for it.
Big stop right here for this Indians defense.
That is a bad penalty against that Indian special teams. They might just try to draw them off sides and then not go for it. We'll see as Allen sets back up in the shotgun now. Jones is his running back. They will snap it. They hand it off to Jones up the middle. He's got the first, still churning, and Jones has got a 1st down and more. Up at the 41-yard line, and Avery, that is a bad penalty against the Indians.
If you go down 14-0 here, it is because of that play. It's not because the defense after that play, obviously it still is, but at the same time, you could have had the ball in your possession, but a silly error.
Allen back in the shotgun. He's looking, being pressured, and Daniel Baker brings him down to the 50. Loss of 7, Daniel Baker. Baker was the guy that forced the incompletion on that one play as he came around the edge. That time brings him down to the backfield. They'll mark it at the 49, so a loss of 6. That'll bring up 2nd down and long, and a nice job by Daniel Baker off the edge to get the sack of Bo Allen.
And Bo Allen, #1 player in the state, but still only a sophomore. Daniel Baker being able to provide that pressure, he didn't know where to go with the football.
Baker now lining up at his linebacker position. Going to play some defense on the receiver. Hand off to Jones up the middle, and Jones, a big gain on 2nd down and 14. He'll get it almost to the 40, make it the 35-yard line, a yard shy. That'll bring up 3rd and 3.
And the Indians being out here kind of in a nickel formation there, have an extra linebacker or defensive back on the field, kind of leaving them vulnerable to the run in between the tackles.
Allen in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Probably 4-down territory again. Allen will hand it off to Jones up the middle. That middle has been opened up all game long thus far for Jones. Even though we've had 2 drives, Damian Jones has had plenty of space to run through the middle of that offensive line for the Knights.
Yeah, Lexington's offensive line is just doing a really great job providing running alleys for Jones. And like I said earlier, he is very athletic, very explosive, hits those holes hard.
2 receivers right, 1 receiver left for Bo Allen. He'll drop back, looking to throw, going deep. And that pass is incomplete. And a flag. Pass interference. Ben Snap came off of his man to try to help out on the intended receiver. And when he did, he literally tripped and knocked the receiver down. Pass interference against the Indians. And that'll be a big penalty again.
And that's just another mistake by a guy that has gotten playing time that you don't expect those mental errors from. That's something he really didn't. He had no business in that play. The ball wasn't catchable. He came over, just kind of. It interfered with the receiver. Obviously, wasn't intentional. He did trip over his leg, like you said. But still, you just have to know your role there. You're on the outside. That ball is way overthrown, and you can tell in that position that he was in.
Sets the ball up on the 16-yard line. 1st and 10, Knights, 6.5 to play. Allen hands it off to Jones, left side. Damian Jones is going to have another nice pickup on 1st down. Gets it across the 10 and down to the 8-yard line for a gain of 9. And that'll bring up 2nd down and short.
And we were talking about Bo Allen all before the game, #1 player in the state. First play of the game, 42 yards, just a bomb. But it's been Damian Jones ever since then. Just the second drive, but he's just been dominating the game.
5 carries, 35 yards for Jones. Allen out with another running back in there. They'll fake the handoff. Throw a little quick screen pass to Snur. Snur breaking a tackle, getting away into the end zone. Touchdown Knights, 13-0 already. And we're just barely halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, and I'm sure when they get in the film room next week, number 25, Jordan Hatcher, is going to get an earful for Mark Centers. He snapped the outside, which is, first rule, being that cornerback right there on the outside, on that outside receiver. And once he was broken down, he didn't even make an effort to get back towards the receiver there. The Indians defense just has to step up.
So it'll be an extra point attempt. Try to make this a 14-0 game in Avery. This is in a blink of an eye, 14-0.
Yeah.
Snap is down, hold is down, kick is up, kick is through the uprights. 14-0 Knights on top, 5:41 to play in the first. Step aside for a 1-minute break and be back on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Here at Batteries Unlimited, we offer a wide range of services and products. Batteries ranging from automotive to alkaline, from cell phone to golf cart to boat to bulldozer. We do on-site installation. We can fix your iPhone screens, your iPad screens. If you have a wheelchair or a scooter that needs batteries, we can certainly come to you if you're unable to bring them in the store. You can find us on the internet at batteries-unlimited.com. Feel free to give us a call at 859-353-5177 and we'll answer any needs or questions you have.
Hi, I'm Sandy Adams with Realty Royal Adams & Associates. It takes great teamwork to be successful on the football field, and it takes great teamwork to get a home sold. Just as an experienced coach is the leader of a team on the field, an experienced realtor is the coach that gets you to a successful sale. If you are looking for a professional hometown realtor to get your goal accomplished, I hope you will give one of our experienced agents the opportunity to present our game plan strategy. Remember, the right agent makes all the difference in the world.
Hahn and Warford are back to return. Indians need a shot of life here. Down 14-0, 5:41 to play in the first quarter. Hahn will return. He will not return. In the end zone, he catches it, so it'll be a dead ball. And touchback. The Indians will get it at their own 20-yard line, Avery, and it has been an ugly start. Offensively, 2 3-and-outs, and defensively, they had a stop, but a penalty negated it and gave the Knights new life, and they took it down the field and scored again.
It is the first game of the season. Those have kind of been errors that you make early in the season. Stagnant offense, can't find your rhythm, and on the defensive side, mental errors and just being vulnerable to the deep ball.
Derek Miller back in there at quarterback. He'll hand it off up the middle. A nice gain. Big yards for Chenault. Big pickup, Freddie Chenault, the junior. Will go from the 20 all the way up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 14 on first down.
Yeah, Chenault really just another great job by the Indians' offensive line. Created an alley. He hit it hard, had a lot of room to run.
You want to try to control the clock here. Maybe Chenault can be the running back for us the Indians need here to get a couple of big plays and get that clock on their side. That one going to be a short gain of a yard. 2nd down and 9 on the way. The bad thing about that Indian defense allowing those 2 quick scores is they were quick scores. They weren't on the field that long. So the defense shouldn't be that tired if they happen to come back out here, but Indian offense has got to get something going. That first down was able to kind of break the seal. Now let's see if they can put a drive together here on drive number 3 of the ball game for Madison Central. 4:51 to play and a 14-0 lead for Lexington Catholic already in the ball game. 4 receivers set for Miller. He'll hand it off again. Chenault, nowhere to go. Almost got it to the 40-yard line. It is to the 39. There's KJ Long down there walking around. Had a big year last year for Madison Central. And Tree's about to start school. He's a freshman. I can't remember where he was going to, but he's going to be playing at the next level. Indians had 6 players that went on to play college football somewhere. So a pretty big deal for Madison Central team last year. Sure. The majority of those guys coming off the defense is out of the football. Miller, high snap, able to corral it. Being pressured. He's going deep. He's got a man. Hahn got it! Ethan Hahn hauls it in at the 12-yard line. He's brought down by a pair of Knight defenders, and Henry Hoffoss brought him down, and Ethan Hahn got past the defense. He kind of fumbled it, but was able to haul it in, and what a strike from Derek Miller.
Welcome, Derek Miller. I know it's not that simple for Coach Centers, but I think he just made a statement. Exactly what I was saying. One of these quarterbacks got to take control of the offense. He was getting brought down when he released that ball. Really big, strong young man. Perfect release. Got it right over the shoulder of Ethan Hahn. Just great play altogether.
Ethan Hahn was a big weapon last year. He was more of the catch it and I'll take care of it part. That time he was deep down the field when Miller hit him. Handoff, Chennault up the middle, nothing there, but he's still going. And finally brought down. Forward progress will get him to the 11-yard line for a pickup of a yard.
And Chennault, even though besides that one carry, he hasn't really been very productive with his carries. He's one of those bruiser-type backs that where if you're on the defensive side and you get hit so many times by that running back, it's like you don't want to hit him again because they're hitting right back.
49-yarder to Ethan Hahn. Now 2nd down and 9. Miller pitching it out to Hahn. Ethan's got a blocker. Cuts it back up the middle, hit hard, but we'll get it to the 5-yard line. The Indians can pick up a first down. They need to get across they need to get to the 1-yard line for a first down.
Now, do you know if Derek Miller has any mobility at all?
I have not seen him play much.
We didn't see much of him last year. Just curious.
Zach Harden was the starter last year, and obviously, Harden had a big year for the Indians.
He did. Great year.
So 3rd and short. Miller going to hand it off to Chennault. Actually ran into Freddie, and it'll be close, but I don't think the Indians have it. Should bring up 4th and about a yard.
And I think Coach Centers definitely goes for it here, looking like he's putting his power package in, or maybe even the kicker with Jeremy Cox.
Jeremy and Jesse Cox coming in, as is Gavin Holberg. The Indians going to go for it on 4th and a yard. They're at the 3-yard line. They need to get to the 1, so it's about a 4th and long 1, short 2 yards for the Indian offense. Gavin Holberg is lined up as the deep tailback. Jeremy and Jesse Cox are the fullbacks. Holberg gets the carry. Touchdown, Indians. Jeremy Cox got lit up, but in doing so, the man that lit him up just stopped playing. He was like, that was a big hit for me. That's a highlight. But Gavin Holberg was the highlight as he dives into the end zone. And Madison Central put a pretty nice drive together there, Avery.
Yeah, they really did. Got the offense going. That one run play by Chennault, what was it, about 18 yards, 22 yards that really opened up the offense for him. I feel like it probably put a little bit of nerves at ease. Derek Miller with the long bomb to Ethan Hahn. Maybe we can see this offense get rolling.
Jordan Hatcher will be the kicker. 14-6 your score. This one can make it 14-7. Snap is good. Hold is down. Kick is through the uprights. 14-7, Lexington Catholic. We got a ball game, folks. Be back in 1 minute. You're listening to the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and watching us live on WBONTV.com.
There's a lot of what ifs in life, but you got no worries if you know where to go. To shelter in place, that's what I mean. Get people indoors, don't leave the scene. Turn off all the air systems in your place. Find a windowless room, there's no time to waste. Take a TV or radio with you too, so you can keep track of important news. This is good advice no matter where you're from. Find out more at prepareky.com.
Kentucky has lots of counties and miles of roads. And in every county, there's a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent looking out for folks when they're on the road. When you're in Kentucky, you're never far away from Kentucky's own property and casualty insurer.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
Back on WBONTV.com, Indians strike and cut that lead in half, 14-7. Here is Snurr on the return. And Snurr's got space. Indians try to catch him and cut him off at the head, and they'll get to him and bring him down to the 44-yard line, push him out of bounds. Nathan Snurr. But a pretty good pickup, Avery, on the return. Excellent field position for the Knights. And we know they can strike quickly to what Bo Allen does here from his own 44-yard line.
And what is that, 3 possessions in a row? I think 42, 42, 44, right around midfield. Great field position for the Knights here again.
Bo Allen in the pistol formation. Now Jones moves to his right. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Screen pass and a false start against the Knights.
And I thought Bo Allen or Damian Jones had false started once previously in the past series. So seeing the officials call it here, this is their first game as well, but they're kind of getting their act together as well.
Second down, or it'll be first down and 15 after the false start. Back them up to the 39-yard line of Lexington. Bo Allen has been the man. He had a pretty good first drive, but it's 2 of 4 for 50 yards. Had the touchdown pass to Snurr on the little screen on the last time down. Here's Allen. Little screen pass again. Going over to Jones. Jones has got blockers out in front. Got one man to beat. Cuts it across the field. Now left side. Jones and Snapper, the only 2 there. Jones, stiff arms and able to take him out of bounds as Ben Snap. That is a huge play on the screen pass. Damian Jones takes it all the way down the field inside the 10. And Avery, it's not just Bo Allen that makes this team dangerous.
Yeah.
Damian Jones is a pretty good piece of that puzzle as well.
Damian Jones is a really good running back. You saw him get the ball right there with a lot of space in front of him, and he made the absolute most out of it. Big plays has always been a detriment to the Indians' offense, and you're seeing that again here, first game of the season.
Allen in the shotgun. The new running back is number 20, Keith Berkman. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is going to be taken down at the 4-yard line. That's a Keith Brinkman. I said Berkman. It's Brinkman. They turned the lights off on us in here, Avery.
Yes, they did.
They could turn them back on again.
Yeah, just a flip of the switch.
Let there be light. Now Samantha walks up here, and she was mad because she couldn't see us. Second down and goal for the Knights from the 4-yard line. Jones is back in. They'll give it to him. Cox gets to him quickly, but doesn't bring him down. And a nice job, nice second counter pursuit to get back to Damian Jones after he was hit once, able to get away, and Indians convert Johnny to make it 3rd and goal.
And that's what you have to do when you have a running back like Damian Jones. You make the most out of your situation. You get as many of your defensive jerseys around him as you can, just in case the first man can't make the play.
So if they go to the air here on 3rd and goal, and is this 4-down territory, or do we have a good kicker for the Knights? Jones moves to the right. They'll throw. Wide open in the flat, and he dropped it. Bo Allen dropped it, and a nice job by number 26. That is Altamirano, Armand Altamirano, to lay the hit on him and make sure he didn't corral that one back in. That one should have been a touchdown for the Knights.
Yeah, Damian Jones had hit his hand into his shoulder pads. He tried to kind of corral it in. That's why you got to catch the ball with your hands. But great hit by Altamirano to kind of stop the touchdown there.
Indians lost him out of the backfield. Can't let that happen tonight. Here's Jones back in there. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Under 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. We've got a pretty good one thus far. And a timeout. Lexington Catholic will call a timeout. 14-7 your score. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break and be right back here on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Hometown Dental is a full-service family dentistry dental group with a personal touch. They pride themselves on being on the cutting edge of the latest dentistry technology, which helps provide the best possible patient experience. Hometown Dental has several experienced dentists who can take care of all your dental needs. Go to hometowndentalrichmond.com to learn more about the great experiences that await you at Hometown Dental, located at 4095 Atwood Drive in Richmond. Hometown Dental, also in Stanford and Lancaster.
Looking for that friendly family-owned pharmacy? Then look no further than Madison Drug in Richmond. We take the time to get to know our customers, and we're always available to answer your questions. Our goal is to serve you quickly, and you can count on us for all your prescriptions, immunizations, and free delivery for your convenience. All major insurance plans are always accepted. If you're tired of long lines and impersonal treatment at the chain stores, come see Charles at Madison Drug. Madison Drug and Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Back to WBONTV.com. 4th and goal, and the Knights are going to go for it. Try to make this a 2-score game again. Indians trying to get a big stop, but their backs to their own end zone. Allen going to throw on 4th and goal. He's rolling out, got pressure, pass is incomplete. Indians get the stop, and a great defensive stand by the Madison Central defense back deep against their own goal line. They pick up a stop, and the Indians will take over offensively.
That would have been a really nice toe tapper there if the receiver would have held on to it. Fortunately for Madison Central, he didn't. They're getting the ball in their own 4-yard line, so I think we'll probably see a run by Chenault, maybe Holbrook, get their backs away from the goal line, kind of produce or try to produce exactly what they did last drive.
Madison Central, 14-7, they trail. Miller in there, quarterback. They'll hand it off to Holberg, and Holberg is stuffed up the middle, but able to break away and get a couple of yards. A nice job by Gavin Holberg to keep those legs turning, Avery, and get himself a couple of yards.
Yeah, no, it was a really great play. Good. The great Marshall Falk always keep your legs moving. Holbrook right there, able to do that instead of kind of making something out of nothing.
At the end of one, your White House Clinic scoreboard reads 14-7. Excuse me, the Hometown Clinic scoreboard, reads 14-7. That is Hometown Clinic, your scoreboard 14-7. Indians trail the Knights of Lexington Catholic. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break and be back on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Since 1996, Renfro's Collision has been one of Central Kentucky's most trusted collision repair facilities, handling everything from small dings and dents to major collision damage. And now, with a very ultra-modern facility equipped with the latest technology and staffed with ICAR Gold certified technicians, Renfro's accepts insurance from all companies and works for you, not them. So the next time you need collision repair, choose Renfro's. We've got the training, reputation, and the equipment to repair your vehicle properly and to protect your family should another accident occur.
Visit Richmond, Kentucky. Stay overnight, stay 2 nights, or a whole week. Plenty to do, plenty of room. Make Richmond your base camp for the greatest sights in Central Kentucky. Find out more. Visit RichmondKYTourism.com or download the Richmond Tourism app.
Back to WBONTV.com, and get your Hometown Clinic scoreboard reads 14-7. Miller will hand it off to Warford, and Antoine going to get it up to the 10-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 4 for the Indians.
And Antoine Warford with the speed to beat a defender to the edge and be off to the races. Love to see the playmaking ability that Warford and Hahn both have.
Warford, Hahn, Holberg, and Chenault, a lot of power and speed. That thunder lightning combination, and you throw Ben Snap in there, who's a really good utility player. Can play either running back, halfback, or the wide receiver position for Coach Mark Centers. Evan Harris in there as well for the Indians. Miller on 3rd and 4 will drop back to pass. He's looking, slant pattern, incomplete, just too far in front of Evan Harris. The play was there. Miller just off the mark. That'll bring up 4th down, and the Indians will punt it away.
Yeah, Derek Miller right there, just looking for the opportunity to get the 1st down. You don't want to try to do too much with that ball. I feel like he tried to lead him too much there. Hit him in the chest with it. All he has to do is catch it and hit the ground for a 1st down.
So back to return, Snur. Cox gets a good high punt, and it will wind down out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. So the Knights get good field position. They'll take over on their Indians' side of the field. Avery, not a great punt by Cox. He's one of those guys that the way he punts it, it doesn't necessarily go very far, but it rolls far after he does punt. That time, just too far on the sideline, not able to get a good leg on it. And it'll be a pretty good field position at the Indians 41 for the Knights.
Pretty good. The Knights have had great field position all game, and this is an offense that doesn't need a short field.
The Indians and the Knights playing that field position battle right now, and it has paid off in the Knights' favor right thus far. And now at the Indians 41 to begin the drive. Indians got to stop the last time, but it took them 4 tries on first and goal in to try to get it in, and Madison Central able to stop them. Now 11:08 to play in the second quarter. The Knights again with excellent field position. 2 receivers on each side for Bo Allen. And Jones in the backfield. Allen looking to throw. He's going deep. He's got a man. Snap is there on the coverage and almost picked it off. A beautiful job by Ben Snap to cut off the receiver and go underneath him and almost haul that one in.
Ben Snap is a great coverage corner. He does a really good job in the zone as well as in man. He realized that number 7, therefore the Knights, Carson Brownwell is a little faster than he is, plays off of him, plays inside of him. Great way to jump that route, keep the receiver close to you.
Second down and 10. Knights went long on first down. And they hand it off to Jones. Jones up the middle. He's got a first. Big pickup. Jones brought down at the 30. Gain of 11. First down Knights. And Avery just did get to him.
Yeah, Jones is just doing such a great job. The offensive line of the Knights, really, they're doing a phenomenal job opening up a lot of holes. This defense has got to collapse down in the middle.
First and 10. They'll throw. Allen looking, going deep, and that one out of bounds. It was caught, but about 12 yards out of bounds. Incomplete. 14-7, the Indians with the deficit. Trying to get a stop here, and again, it's probably 4-down territory now for the Knights because you're deep in the other team's territory. Not sure how good your kicker is, but probably not going to be able to kick a 45-yarder.
Well, I did see him hit a 45-yarder.
In the pregame for Lexington Catholic?
Okay. For Lexington Catholic. Didn't seem very confident. It was on a second attempt, so I don't know if we'd see that long of an attempt, but I know he does have a little bit of a leg on him.
Jones to the left of Allen. They'll hand it off to him up the middle, and that time they're able to get to him quickly. A little gain of a couple, and they'll bring up third down and 8 after a gain of 2 on the carry by Damian Jones. Allen now on the night, 3 of 9, does have 104 yards. Avery, he's had a good arm thus far, but not very accurate in the opening quarter and a half.
Not very accurate, and honestly, this defense is just doing a really good job when it comes to passing situation. Besides that first bomb he threw, he hasn't been very effective. He has not been the weapon that the Indians defense has been concerned with. That's been Jones.
Yeah. Jones on the game thus far, 8 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown. 14-7, under 10 minutes to play now, and on third and long, you got to expect pass from Bo Allen. They'll fake the handoff. They will throw, will screen. Catch was bobbled, but caught, and a first down and more for number 7, Carson Brownwell. And how did the Indians let him get away there?
And I'm really, that play there would frustrate me a lot, just because he bobbled the ball there as soon as he caught it. I don't know why Ben Snap was playing so far off on what didn't have the time, or maybe didn't recognize the play until late, wasn't able to get to the receiver. Should have been maybe a gain of 1 or no gain.
Indians bit on the fake screen, or on the fake handoff, a couple of defensive linemen that could have had pressure, bit on the fake handoff, and that allowed Allen to drop off the screen pass. Now on first and 10, he's rolling right, going deep. Pass is pass interference. That was a blatant pass interference. Almost should have been a pass, or almost should have been an interception. That ball was just laid up there by Bo Allen, and he was bailed out by an Indian defender. Couldn't see the number.
That was number 22, Brandon Abner, and I'm right there with you. I don't know what he was doing. He was looking to lay the boom instead of turning around and making a play for the defense. Could have easily been intercepted there. Disguised that underneath coverage. Allen didn't see it. Just threw him a gift.
He was trying to lay the Renfro's collision, big hit of the game. And if you get a hit like that, take your car to Renfro's at 1136 Richmond Green Drive in Richmond. That's Renfro's Collision. You can look them up online or on Facebook. Over there but near Coles. Handed off to the fullback, and that's number 59. He Got a big gain. Dylan Coulter, the senior, they put him in at fullback, and he gains about 4 yards. They bring up 2nd down and goal. And a flag was thrown and then picked up. We'll see if they wave it off or referee is going over to converge. See who this one's against. The ball sits on the 3-yard line. Indians trail 14-7, and for the 2nd consecutive drive, the Knights have marched it downfield into the red zone. The Realty World Adams Prime Real Estate. Indians trying to keep their real estate prime on their own side, and I believe they are going to wave the flag off, or
I think they were discussing the down, which they just signaled a 1st down for the Knights.
Now the white hat coming over to talk to centers. So was it 1st and goal again?
I don't understand what just happened. Maybe which
the chain gang says the down marker says 1st and goal. So we'll stick with that. Damian James is in there, running back, and going to be tough to keep him out this close to the end zone. They'll give it to the fullback instead, and Coulter going to dive in, and he is going to be dropped short. Half a yard shy of the goal line. Will bring up 2nd down and goal for the Knights.
And if somehow the Indians' defensive line right here can get 2 more big stops, because you have to assume they're going to go for it on 4th down if stopped here on 3rd down. But they really just kind of have to break the backs of this offensive line. They've bullied that front 4 for the Indians so far to this point. Be great to see him kind of come alive here.
Wouldn't be surprised if Allen keeps it here. They're so close. So hand it off, and Coulter is 2nd effort. He got in. 2nd effort gets into the end zone. 20-7 to score. Any extra point pending.
Which I'm a little confused right there, Mike. Did they not blow the whistle?
I thought I heard the whistle blow to say forward progress had been stopped.
That's what I thought as well, because you saw the officials running towards the middle of the field, which they normally don't do that until they have blown the play dead and have marked the spot, but still gave him a touchdown.
So 20-7, swinging gate formation. The Indians know how to defend that because they run that same formation themselves. Trey Woody for the PAT. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. 20-7 your score. Indians trail the Knights. Step aside for a 1-minute break and come right back to Madison Central High School here on WBONTV.com and on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting.
Hometown Dental is a full-service family dentistry dental group with a personal touch. They pride themselves on being on the cutting edge of the latest dentistry technology, which helps provide the best possible patient experience. Hometown Dental has several experienced dentists who can take care of all your dental needs. Go to hometowndentalrichmond.com to learn more about the great experiences that await you at Hometown Dental, located at 4095 Atwood Drive in Richmond. Hometown Dental, also in Stanford and Lancaster.
Looking for that friendly family-owned pharmacy? Then look no further than Madison Drug in Richmond. We take the time to get to know our customers, and we're always available to answer your questions. Our goal is to serve you quickly, and you can count on us for all your prescriptions, immunizations, and free delivery for your convenience. All major insurance plans are always accepted. If you're tired of long lines and impersonal treatment at the chain stores, come see Charles at Madison Drug. Madison Drug and Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Back to Madison Central High School. Warford will return for the Indians. Warford's broke one. Got the kicker to beat Antoine Warford at the 40. Tries the stiff arm and gets it all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge return by Antoine Warford. That is your Batteries Unlimited recharge play of the game thus far. When you need to recharge in your life or any of your accessories need to recharge, take it to Batteries Unlimited over there in Richmond.
And, you know, that's a perfect sponsor. That's exactly what that play just did. Not only to the offensive group on the field, but as well to this stadium. They really came alive right there after that big return. Be huge for the Indians to get in the end zone here, draw a little bit closer, especially since they did kick or receive at the beginning of the game.
Indians need a score here. Derek Miller back in at quarterback. He'll be in the shotgun. Chenault to his left in the backfield. Up they get to Freddie. Miller going to keep it himself on the read option. He is hit hard and shoved out of bounds. Maybe a late hit could have been called. Probably okay with it that it wasn't called, but could have been possibly a flag thrown there after a gain of about 3 yards by Miller. And we saw at that time, Avery, he does have the ability to run.
He does. He seems like he's got plenty of mobility. If he gets in trouble, he can get out, maybe scramble for a few yards. He just has a really big arm, Mike. I'd love to see him use it.
Second down and 7 for the Indians. 2 receivers each way again for Miller. Chenault the tailback. They'll throw. Miller going deep. A nice throw, and that pass is incomplete just through the arms of Antoine Warford. That one was there. I tell you what, Miller showing maybe he's the guy for the Indians at quarterback.
Yeah, no, he really is. That's the second deep ball that has been right on the money. I mean, Warford probably hasn't had the opportunity to catch many of those balls 30, 40 yards down the field coming over his shoulder in a live game situation. So Derek Miller looking great, arm looking great. So that's very, very good signs for this Indians offense. They just got to get used to their quarterback and make a few big plays.
Third down. You can really tell the Indians missed Keenan Miller at that wide receiver position. He was one of those guys that you could throw it to him for 5 yards and he would take it for 90. 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Miller will throw. Running the screen to Hahn, and it hit him in the hands and dropped it. And that time the pressure got to Derek Miller and forced a quick throw. And I don't think Hahn was necessarily ready for it, but that screen would have been possibly a touchdown to Ethan Hahn.
Yeah, Hahn had that kind of ran a double screen to throw off the defense. Half the defenders rushed Miller. The other half of them went after the running back screen. Hahn come through in the slot. Just perfectly executed besides the throw and the catch.
That one could have went for 6. Now it brings up 4th down and 7. The Indians need to get to the 20 from the 27-yard line. They'll go 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Up under the center is Miller. He'll roll out right. He's looking. He'll throw deep to Hahn. And that is great coverage. Might have been a hand on the receiver. And the offensive coordinator for Madison Central agrees with me there, and Coach Center is as well. They'll come over to talk to the official on this side. Looked as if the defender had an arm on Ethan Hahn, but the flag was not thrown. Score remains 20-7.
Just another great throw by Derek Miller.
He's been on the money tonight, that's for sure.
He's been on the money.
So here's Allen back in at quarterback for the Knights. 20-7. Bo Allen, 1 touchdown thus far. Hands it off to, he does hand it off to Jones. I was scared on that one, or I was confused.
You were scared.
I was scared, man. I thought he was going to throw it.
Laying the boom down there on some defenders. Got Mike a little nervous in the booth.
Up to the 34-yard line, gain of 5. 2nd down and 5 on the way. Allen is 4 of 10 for 117 yards and a touchdown. 2 receivers each way. Jones back in the backfield. They stay in the spread formation for the most part. Allen looking to throw. Can't find anybody. Now out of the pocket. Finds a man for a first down. Incomplete. They say incomplete. He went down to a knee, and Allen threw it so hard, I think it forced him out of bounds.
The defense has done a great job against the passing game. They were well coached, well prepared coming into this game. Don't think they emphasized Jones' impact enough, but at the same time, doing extremely well when Bo Allen drops back in the pocket.
Well, when you have weapons like Allen and Jones, it's hard to stop both of them.
It is.
When you've got those 2 guys, Jones could probably be one of the top players, if not in the state, at least in this class.
Yes.
And Allen is just a beast at the quarterback position. They will throw. Allen over the middle. Pass complete. And the ball, I thought it came out, but it's still in there. And a nice catch and run by number 16 for Lex Cath, Gavin Cameron.
And this is one of those Indian defense moments that we've seen over the past 2 years where they get that big turnover, whether it's an interception here or a fumble there. Would love to see that. That would be very beneficial for them going into halftime, especially since they didn't score on the last possession.
5 wide for Allen. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Can the Indians get some pressure on the Lexington Catholic quarterback? They're only going to bring 3. See if they rush somebody from the linebacker position. They don't. Everybody drops back. Somebody gets through. Cox. Allen throws. Pass is complete. And that's in there. Oh, it's taken away. Ball was taken away by Snap. Ben Snap took it away, and a flag comes in late. I think that was a late hit, but what a play by Ben Snap. He held him up and took that ball away at the 1-yard line and saved 6 points for the Indians.
And number 88 right there is looking at how Adrian Peterson did in his young days, just trying to stay up, ends up fumbling the football. Great heads-up play by Ben Snap. Like you said earlier, a utility player. He can do it all, and a great turnover there.
Personal foul penalty against the Knights after the play. Tack on 15 more. Indians are in business, and that is a huge play for Madison Central. Ben Snap on the fumble recovery. Forced the fumble and took him. That was a big play.
It was huge. Like I was saying right before that happened, that is exactly what we've seen over the past 2 years. The Indians defense stepping up in times that are critical, whether it's early in the game, late in the game, just to make a huge play.
Now you need a score, down 20-7. Derek Miller going to stay in at quarterback. 6:04 to play in the first half. Don't forget about our Bishop Small Engine Repair halftime show and Samantha Burford with Dr. Coach Centers for our Richmond Tourism halftime coaches interview. Handoff goes to Hahn, and he's got nowhere to go. He'll gain maybe a yard. Ethan Hahn, again, the Indians have so many weapons at that halfback, running back position that you want to just give them the ball and let them go. You got to block from a little bit offensive line.
Yeah, no, you definitely do. And I really like the guys in space. If they can just kind of incorporate that offense there where Derek Miller can release, just get it out to the flats, maybe a little wheel route or something for the running backs. Get them out into space because they are very elusive backs.
We've been talking about how good Miller has looked. He's only 1 of 6, but he's had all those 6 passes be on the money tonight.
Yep, 100%.
It's in Warford in motion. Give it to him. Antoine juking and jiving, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line for a gain of a couple. 3rd down and 8 on the way.
And Antoine Warford right there again, like you were saying on the previous play, not much blocking there by the offensive line. He was hit maybe after he took 3 steps after the handoff. So need to get a little bit more effective there on the run blocking here for the Indians.
3rd down and 8. Indians need some big plays here. More importantly, you want to affect, if you don't score, at least move this ball down the field and not allow Lexington to have, again, great field position to start a drive. Ethan Hahn moves in motion, and that'll be a false start. I don't know if it was Hahn or Harris. Harris punching the ground as if it was his mistake. He'll come out. And I believe that's Everly coming back in. 20-7, Madison Central trailing it here with 4:44 to play in the first half. Had a great game last night on WBONTV.com. Danny Wood, William Hardy took a good job to launch our broadcast season. Earlier, Donald Foster and myself for the Madison Southern game, and Avery and myself here on the Indians game here on WBONTV.com and on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting. 3rd and long, Miller will throw, looking deep. Got a man open, and that is going to be pass interference. Ethan Hahn went up for it, and pass interference 45 yards down the field. And I tell you what, Avery, even though Derek Miller is not completing these passes, he is forcing the defense to play him.
Yes.
And these passes, even though, again, they're not being caught, they are there for these receivers to make a play.
Derek Miller is exactly what you said. Perfect. You took the words right out of my mouth. Like, that's what I was thinking when you said it. So Derek
We've been
Miller's
working too long together.
just been doing a great job putting the ball in positions to where his receivers can make plays. That not only shows confidence in himself and his arm, but confidence in his receivers. They've been clicking in practice, that he trusts them to get up and go get the ball. So great job by Derek Miller. The official was a little late. I think it took him some time to get the flag out of his pocket.
He had to adjust his belt as he's pulling the flag out.
Very clear pass interference, and one of the few mistakes we've seen by the Knights early in this game.
From the 43-yard line, now the Indians have it. Derek Miller will go into the shotgun. He'll go 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, and that's Chenault in the backfield with him. And another flag, another false start. Indians kicking themselves in the backside now.
And I really like Chenault coming in on that play right there. They were about to run a rollout with Miller. Chenault is by far the best run-blocking running back that Central has. So I think you'll probably see Chenault in there a little bit more when they do plan on dropping back and actually throwing the ball down the field.
And he's the leading rusher right now for them as well. Chenault, 5 carries, 22 yards. Gavin Holberg has carried it 5 times. He's only got 15 yards as the near sideline official blowing his whistle and bringing the white hat over for a quick chat. And now the back judge going to get a talk. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the first half. It is 20-7. Again, don't forget Samantha Burford will have Coach Mark Sanders for our Richmond Tourism halftime coaches interview coming up here in just a few moments, and that'll be part of our Bishop's Mall Engine Repair halftime show at Bishop's. The variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Visit bishopsmallenginerepair.com and search all the latest brands available at Bishop's on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. Miller will hand it off to Chenault. Chenault, not much there. Tried to fight and stay on his feet. Flag comes in late, however. Could that be a late hit? I tell you what, the chippiness is there. It's kind of hidden. But if you pay close enough attention, if you're watching on WBONTV.com, and I'm sure Austin Hank's doing a really good job of showing you, you can see it on the video. The chippiness is there between these two teams. A little bit of trash talk, but this game last year was an interesting one.
There was a little controversy there at the end of the game last year. That long lightning delay break ruining the homecoming of Lexington Catholic last season when Madison Central was underdogs going into that game. So definitely chippiness there. You can see it with the players.
Well, and it was the first time ever that Central had beat them. So Lexington Catholic wants revenge.
Yeah.
And you can see they've came out and they've wanted revenge, but the Indians have kind of punched them back in the mouth as well. Here's Miller back up under center. He'll go 2 receivers each way with Chenault in the backfield again. Miller will throw. Derek Miller, plenty of time. He's going deep. He got hit on the release. That one could be picked off. It's not. Should have been. He was going for Warford, and Miller got hit as he let that one go.
Yeah, Miller I feel like he's kind of looking down the field, just throwing it there, even though we've praised him about putting the ball on the money, letting his players make the play right there. Warford in double coverage. Was hit, but the ball wasn't even close. Should have been an interception for the Knights. Just overran by the defensive back.
3:49 to play. He may have lost that one in the lights because he was looking straight up in the air.
Yeah.
3:49 to play in the first half. Miller back up under center on 2nd down and 10. Lost a snap, but I think it'll be a false start. And that may have been a good false start for the Indians as Miller lost the snap and lost the football.
Yeah, and the one thing the Indians are doing a good job of, even if they don't score, they're running a little bit of time off the clock. I know that's not necessarily what you look for when you're down by 13, but taking a little time off just in case they can't score here, give the Knights as little as time possible.
Coach Sanders wants a timeout. With 3:48 to play, it's a 27 lead. Knights on top. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break and be back right here on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
There's a new clinic in your hometown. Hometown Clinic in Irvin is now accepting new patients. Dr. Goebel and Joy Puckett, APRN, along with their friendly and qualified staff, welcome patients of all ages with all types of insurance. Hometown Clinic at 101 River Drive in Irvin. Open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5. Call 606-726-0200 to make your appointment now. And remember, there's no better care than hometown care at the new Hometown Clinic.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Back to WBONTV.com and Madison Central High School, the Roy Kidd Bowl, the nightcap of the Roy Kidd Bowl, and hoping that we can get one win out of our 2 schools. Southern lost to Collins in the first game, and now the Indians taking on Lexington Catholic. Miller going deep over the middle. Hahn, the intended receiver, and Ethan Hahn, a good job there to break that one up. Tell you what, again, Miller is throwing it up there. Avery is giving his guys a chance. We've got an injury, Lexington safety. I think he actually ran into his own player. It might be a cramping issue. We'll see.
A lot of cramping early in the season. I didn't see a lot of contact there. It looks like it definitely is a cramp. Yeah, Derek Miller has not been shot. He has got the gun, and he is letting it fly, 100%.
Derek Miller, the guy that didn't necessarily start the game, but Coach Centers on the depth chart he put out said there was no starters. So Humphrey took the first drive snaps, and then Miller came in the second drive, and he's really taken over this position. He's only 1 of 8 again. He had the big 49-yarder to Ethan Hahn, but he has done a good job of I think he's keeping the defense off their toes because they don't know what to expect from him.
I think so as well, but at the same time, he's not checked down or hit a route within 5 to 7 yards. So if you're going to keep your defense on your toes, you got to start checking down every once in a while, especially when the big ball's not there.
Exactly. You got to be able to play the short game, and he's got the weapons, Avery, that if he could hit Hahn or Warford or even Chenault or Holberg out of the backfield, that he's got weapons that can make a play for him.
Yeah, no, he does. And a lot of Hahn's routes at times are just little crosses or seams or quick slants. If he could step up into the pocket and make one of those throws here and there, that would be huge for the offense.
3:42 to play. It's 3rd down and long. The Indians trying to get this first down and give themselves another chance here at a score before the end of the half. Miller will roll out right. Seems to be more comfortable when he does roll out. And the throw is incomplete. That one was on the money. Evan Harris just dropped it. That one has to 100% be a catch. When you roll out like that, you hit your man on the money in the hands, you've got to haul that one in. And Harris that time unable to do so. Wouldn't have been a first down anyway, but probably would have allowed them to go for it on 4th. Probably would have been 4th and 4.
Yeah, 19 out of 20 times you have to catch that ball. Definitely. That was a perfect route. Good rollout, good play. Just got to execute on the catch there.
Back to return, Snur for the Knights. And we've got a false start against the Indians. So back them up 5 yards, and that punt.
That's good. That's good. It'll give Cox that practice punt because you can't give the Knights a short field right here. Whatever you have to do, which last year we saw Cox kind of roll out rugby-style punt, I think especially after seeing his first 2 punts and that 3rd punt right there, you might want to do that, especially right here in this situation. It's critical to keep the Knights off the scoreboard here before halftime, so put them as far away from the end zone as possible.
Oh, it was offsides.
It was.
So it's 5 yards added on for the Indians, and now Cox will punt, standing at his own 29-yard line. Low snap, able to get to it. That one a much better punt. Fair catch is called for, and it's in the ground. Indians, can they get to it? It's loose. Indians have it. Indians have the football. That was a huge play. They're gonna say a flag on the play. As a flag where Snur was standing. Are they going to say they interfered with the return man? That's about the only thing I could see. Maybe a block in the back. And I didn't even see a signal for who had the football.
I didn't either, but the official is picking up his marker back around the 7, which is where the spot of the ball would be if the Indians were to get it, bringing it up to the 22. So it's looking, it might be, what is it, kick catcher interference?
Yeah, it's and Coach Centers is pointing back down at the 7-yard line. I'll be interested to see what this call is, and then if it's against the Indians, I'm going to be really interested to see the reaction of Coach Mark Centers.
Yeah, because it looks like the return man of the Knights had a clear pathway. Snur.
Yeah.
He had the opportunity to catch the ball, and once the ball is muffed, he is now eligible to be hit. You can hit him there.
Indians offense coming back out. They'll get the football.
Beautiful. So curious to the conversation that the officials were having.
That is a huge mistake by Lexington Catholic because now the Indians can strike here. They will have it 1st and goal at the Knights' 7-yard line.
You have to capitalize here. You have to.
A field goal is good, but you want this touchdown here. Tony Rose, see him down there on the sidelines, trying to get this team fired up. They'll send Warford in motion. Give it to Gavin Holberg up the middle, and Gavin gains a couple.
And that offensive line just has not been able to get any kind of push when it comes to running the ball. They haven't done terrible in pass coverage, but it's just been abysmal when it comes to running the football.
They got Chenault a 14-yard carry earlier in the game, and that's really been the only kind of push that they got. And really, Chenault broke a couple of tackles to get that 14 yards back then.
Yep.
2:57, the first half clock winding down. Miller will hand it off to Holberg again. Gavin bouncing off a tackler in the end zone. Touchdown, Indians!
And Gavin Holberg, the touchdown machine, tried to run straight into the offensive line to get a push. Realized he was going nowhere, bounced it outside. Great second effort. Huge touchdown for the Indians.
Found his own hole, and that will make it 20-13. Gavin Holberg with a second touchdown of the ball game, and that one a big one as it cuts this lead down to 6. Extra point pending could make this a 5-point deficit for the Indians. Madison Central, your hometown clinic scoreboard reads down by 7. Extra point can make it 20-14 with 2:45 to play in the first half. Indians got into the red zone, the Realty World Prime Real Estate red zone to start the drive, and they took advantage of it. Gavin Holberg in the end zone, touchdown, and it's 20-14 after the PAT is good. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break and be back right here on the stations of Falling for Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Since 1996, Renfro's Collision has been one of Central Kentucky's most trusted collision repair facilities, handling everything from small dings and dents to major collision damage. And now, with a very ultra-modern facility equipped with the latest technology and staffed with iCar Gold certified technicians, Renfro's accepts insurance from all companies and works for you, not them. So the next time you need collision repair, choose Renfro's. We've got the training, reputation, and the equipment to repair your vehicle properly and to protect your family should another accident occur.
Visit Richmond, Kentucky. Stay overnight, stay 2 nights, or a whole week. Plenty to do, plenty of room. Make Richmond your base camp for the greatest sights in Central Kentucky. Find out more. Visit RichmondKYTourism.com or download the Richmond Tourism app.
Boy Kid Bowl the nightcap. Kickoff going to be returned by Snurr again from his own 5-yard line. Snurr trying to find an alley, and he's brought down from behind. Good tackling, and after the play, some shoving going on. And maybe not. Those two guys give a high five. A little respect being shown by the two players. Number 12 for Madison Central. That is Blake Hoover.
It's always good to see good sportsmanship.
Yeah. Well, I like it.
They've been at it because they haven't been best friends. They've been at each other's neck the entire game. But when it came down to it, they were both young adults, shook hands, ready to roll.
Bo Allen back out there. 2 receivers to his left, 2 receivers to his right. Allen looking to throw. Going deep. Pass is almost picked up. I tell you what, Allen has been very sporadic. He's 6 of 13, and he's got a lot of yards racked up, but he's had a 54-yarder, a 50-yarder, and a 37-yarder.
Yeah, they've all been big plays, which the Indians' defense has been susceptible to for the past 2 years. Gavin Cameron there, tight end for the Knights, almost made an Odell Beckham-esque looking catch there.
3 receivers left to the right, 5 wide as the Knights try to put another score on. Allen being pressured, gets it out of the hands, over to Snurr. Snurr breaking a tackle. And Snurr brought down. And some flag being thrown. That one has to be against Lexington Catholic. I don't see how it could be against the Indians, but it is. Everyone say a personal foul penalty. So tack on 15 more yards, and what you don't want to do for Madison Central is give free yards to the Knights here.
Especially not when there's 2 minutes and 23 seconds left going into halftime. You just stole the momentum of the game by an error that the Knights gave you. Take your win and run. Go get into halftime down by 6. Come back second half, brand new ball game. Let's get it rolling.
They are going to call it against the Knights. I thought it was going to be against Lex Catholic. Now I saw the official point toward Madison Central's side, but it ends up being against Lexington Catholic. So that's a big flag thrown against the Knights.
And unless you're watching online, the only way you could have kind of see what transpired there at the beginning of the play, Indians almost had a big turnover there. Low snap, fumbled on the ground by the center and Bo Allen. Defender there, number 43 for the Indians. Mr. Cox, or number 34, I apologize. Yeah, Jesse Cox. There we go. From one Cox to the other. Jesse Cox was almost able to get on top of that ball.
So that penalty marks them back 15 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down and long for the Knights.
And you
got they may go back to 1st down. It will be. It'll be 1st down because it was a penalty that happened during the play, not a dead ball penalty. So.
And I think Jones might see the ball here, but at the same time, you got to be careful deep because Bo Allen does have a cannon.
Wouldn't be surprised to see a play action, maybe some kind of screen pass on 1st down. Or that does say 2nd down and long. 2nd down and 20. Allen does hand it off to Jones, and a good job to get pressure. And a flag comes in late. That's got to be a hold.
That has to be. I don't know where.
It could be a face mask, but I think it could be. I think it's a hold.
It's got to be one of the two. India's defensive players clapping are going to assume that's a holding penalty. And I would decline that if I was Coach Centers. You already have 3rd and 20 if you decline that play there.
They would decline 3rd and 20. So now if you're the Knights, do you run a play to try to go deep? Do you run the ball? They take Jones out of the game, so they're going to be throwing it.
And we kind of saw this last game. Lex Catholic would bite himself in the foot right here, trying to make a big play, trying to be the big man, and it kind of shot him in the foot last year. See if the defense can make him pay again.
3rd and 20. Allen trying to draw him off sides. He almost did. He's looking left. He doesn't have anybody, being pressured. Cox is there, and Cox going to get to him. Brought him down in the backfield for a sack, and the Indians call timeout. Timeout, Madison Central, to stop the clock. 1:45. They still don't see it. And they've been trying to call timeout for 10 seconds, and the referees haven't seen it. Coach Centers, again, having to jump up and down. He tried to call timeout for a good 10, 15 seconds before the official finally saw it. Coach Mark Centers right there did a jumping jack to finally get the attention of the referee. And how about the never give up attitude right there of Cox? He got blocked on his initial block, got away. And then Allen saw him, took off running. A block from behind that didn't get called. Another block from behind that didn't get called. And Cox kept on running and finally got to Bo Allen to bring him down.
Yeah, you definitely have to point out a few things there. Great effort by Cox. Just wonderful. Continue to play. Blow, whistle to whistle.
They're going to add time on the clock. 1:43. They'll add 5 seconds. And the Knights are going to punt from deep in their own territory. Man, this has been a good ball game over here in the first half.
It really has. It's been a great game. The Indians defense stepping up to the plate again, even though they had given up 20 points. That's 2 big plays. A bomb on that first drive, setting it up. Defense has done great. A really good offense here, holding them to 20. They did a great job getting a stop right here before half. Let's see what this offense can do.
Ben snap back to return. 1:43 to play in the first half. The ball bounces up into the air, the punter, and this is going to be a bad punt. But it'll take an Indian or a Knight bounce and roll all the way to the 44-yard line, make it to 43 before it is down about Lexington Catholic. A really good punt out of his own end zone. And that sets Madison Central up with 1:31 on the clock. Avery, they've got to go 57 yards to get a score here. And in this half, with potentially a lead.
And this is where you have to be careful if you're Coach Mark Centers. Yes, you have the opportunity to score and take the lead. You don't want to give the Knights the ball back with 1:31 seconds left and any chance to score. You got to tell Derek Miller, who's not been in this situation many times, take care of the ball, but if you got a shot downfield, let it fly.
Miller will send the man in motion. Pitch it out to Hahn. Ethan Hahn's got some space. Hahn. A nice pickup on first down. He's got a first down again. Down to the 44-yard line. Indians have 1 timeout left. Down by 6. The clock will stop until the chain gang and everybody's set, and then the clock will start. Evan Harris will check back in for Madison Central. Again, he dropped a pass the last time the Indians came out before the muffed punt, gave Madison Central the football and allowed them to score. Miller up under center, hands it off to Chenault, up the middle, and Chenault to the 40. Gains 4 yards. Indians in a hurry. Get the quick play call in. No substitutions going to be made. They're under a minute now. I almost think you got to go to the air here. Second down. They'll give it off to Chenault again. And Freddie. Ball came out, but the whistle will blow it dead. And does Coach Sanders call a timeout here? They will. They'll call a timeout. Timeout Indians with 39.4 to play.
And Coach Sanders is going to be in shape after this game for the amount that he's had to run on the field to get a timeout call. I understand this is the first game for the officials, beside a few scrimmages, maybe if you're a rookie official tonight. But if you're a veteran, this is the first game you've officiated all year. You're getting back into the swing of things, but they got to be paying attention.
Yeah, that's the second time they've missed him, tried to call a timeout. First time they corrected it, but still probably cost them 3 or 4 seconds. That time maybe a couple of seconds before Coach Sanders finally had to run out about 12 yards off of his own sideline and get the officials' attention. Samantha Burford will have our Richmond Tourism halftime coaches interview coming up during the Bishop Small Engine Repair halftime show. That's coming up here in just a few moments. Samantha down there on the sideline getting ready to talk to Coach Mark Centers, and Avery Collier and I will have the halftime show for you with the White & Associates CPA's accounting of the stats. Miller will come out in the up under center. That was going to go to shotgun. He'll go up under center. And the officials are having a quick discussion. Don't know what they're talking about, but
I think they were discussing the Indians having no timeout.
okay. Miller will throw. He's looking. Being pressured. Throws it. Incomplete. Had a man was going to number 13. That was Cody Dillon.
And he had the right idea, put it on the sideline. He's just got to bring that ball down a little bit, step into that throw. That's a huge catch if he can catch the ball for a first down and get out of bounds.
And this is a big spot here. Last year, the Indians possibly could have went with a field goal with Landon White. He's now playing at EKU. So going to have to go for it on 4th down. It's 4th and short, and you don't really have to go very far. It's 4th and 3 yards for a first down. Indians can run a quick out, maybe a little curl pattern, and get this first down. Maybe Miller could even take off and run here. They'll give it to Chenault. Chenault. It's going to be close. Forward progress may have given it to him. That is going to be real close.
All depends on the spot of the official.
And the Indians and their official backed it up. First down Knights. I like the play call though. A little draw play to try to catch the Knights sleeping. They're going to think pass, but we're going to run it. This didn't pay off, and now it is 1st and 10 for the Knights. With 30 seconds to play, and we know Bo Allen, with that quick strike ability, does have a chance to score here.
And even though you are protecting the deep ball here, when they've been in these packages so far in the game, Damian Jones has had a lot of room to run. You don't want them to be able to put any points on the board.
Allen will throw. He is going deep. Got one-on-one coverage with Snap. And Snap, a tremendous effort defensively as he hung in there, and he was wanting offensive pass interference. It will bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Nathan Schnurr is just, he's quick on that outside. Snap doing a great job in coverage, everything he can. Just Snap has been the player of the game for the Indians so far up to this point. He's done a phenomenal job.
Ben Snap, a lot of deflections. Had the fumble strip and the big return that gave the Indians life. Here's Allen in the shotgun again on 2nd down and 10. He'll hand it off to Jones up the middle. Damian Jones. Hit and backed up. He'll go out of bounds. That'll stop the clock.
And Snap is just harassing the entire offense. Right there, saw Damian Jones all the way to the sideline to make sure he got out. Just great defense.
Third down and 10, 17 and a half to play. Bo Allen's got the ability again. He can go deep right here. He can throw it 65 yards for a touchdown. Indians have got two safeties over to help, one on each side. They're playing that cover two. Quick screen pass to Snurr, and he's hit from behind and tackled. I thought the ball came out, and Snurr still got back on his feet. So the Indians able to stop him on third down, and Avery, that will be the last play of the half. What a first half it was. 20-14 on your Hometown Clinic scoreboard at the end of the half. It is Madison Central 14 and Lexington Catholic 20. Samantha Burford getting ready to talk to Coach Mark Centers. We'll get them ready down on the sideline. Then over to Samantha.
All right, Derek Miller didn't start the game tonight, but you have to be impressed with some of those long bombs that he has thrown spot on tonight.
He's done a good job. Ken didn't do too bad. It's just where Ken's playing a lot of defense. We had to get him ready. We had to get him settled in defensively so we could make a couple of adjustments and get lined up right defensively. Neither one of them done a bad job. Derek's done a real good job throwing.
Bo Allen has been a beast tonight as their quarterback. Your thoughts?
He's phenomenal. No wonder he's a D1. You know, he's already got D1 offers. He's great, but you know we got to get some pressure on him. We got to make some plays.
Ben Snap had a nice save down here and saved you from 6 points.
It was huge. It might be the difference if we can mount something on offense.
All right, good luck.
That's Coach Mark Centers and Samantha Burford on our Richmond Tourism halftime coaches interview. Avery, Coach Centers there sounding a little bit out of breath, and rightfully so. He's been yelling a lot, been screaming a lot, but he's also been running all over the field.
He has. The officials not paying attention there for him, calling a few timeouts. Cost him a few seconds. I don't think it necessarily negatively affected the Indians there to the game, but an unnecessary trial that the coach has to go through. The officials got to be on their game. We all understand it is the first half of this young high school football season. But Coach Centers, I feel like he has to be happy going into halftime down by 6, especially how they started the game. You're at a 14-0 deficit. Being able to fight your way back into it, make it a reasonable gap there with this nice high-powered offense. They've just done a great job defensively at adjusting after those first few possessions.
We are on the Bishop's Small Engine Repair halftime show at Bishop's. The variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Visit bishopsmallenginerepair.com and search all latest brands available at Bishop's on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We'll step aside, guys, for a 3-minute break, and we come back. The White & Associates CPAs accounting of the stats for White & Associates CPAs in Richmond. At the half, your Hometown Clinic scoreboard reads 20-14, Lex Cath on top of the Indians. Back in 3 minutes on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and on WBONTV.com.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then, in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kopudek, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
New Silverados cost less at Jack Burford Chevrolet. We have rugged ones, we have stock shiny ones, we sell pretty ones, and we have Silverados for the fan in all of us. And Chevy trucks are just as smart as they are strong, offering Chevrolet MyLink, wireless charging, and 4G LTE Wi-Fi. Check out our new truck inventory online at jackburford.com. Jack Burford Chevrolet,
where Chevys cost less.
Readers of the Richmond Register keep voting Apollo Pizza the best pizza in Madison County. Why? Because Apollo Pizza is delicious, that's why. But Apollo serves more than delicious handmade pizza. Mixed green salads, hot subs, and hoagies, boneless wings, and amazing baked pasta. Dine in at 228 South 2nd Street or get carryout and delivery in northern Madison County at 3325 Colonel Road. After the game or anytime, visit Madison County's home for handmade pizza for over 30 years, Apollo Pizza.
Since 1996, Renfro's Collision has been one of Central Kentucky's most trusted collision repair facilities, handling everything from small dings and dents to major collision damage. And now, with a very ultra-modern facility equipped with the latest technology and staffed with I-CAR Gold certified technicians, Renfro's accepts insurance from all companies and works for you, not them. So the next time you need collision repair, choose Renfro's. We've got the training, reputation, and the equipment to repair your vehicle properly and to protect your family should another accident occur.
Visit Richmond, Kentucky. Stay overnight, stay 2 nights, or a whole week. Plenty to do, plenty of room. Make Richmond your base camp for the greatest sights in Central Kentucky. Find out more. Visit RichmondKYTourism.com or download the Richmond Tourism app.
When you're the boss, you need the right machines. The right machine is a new Kawasaki Mule Pro FXR side-by-side. Quality fit and finish and all this cabin space. Maneuvers like you wouldn't believe. The new Kawasaki Mule Pro FXR, the strongest, 'cause I said so.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling, 859-497-2100.
ONTV.com. Avery Collier, Michael Watkins, we're glad to have you tuned in. And Avery, we've had a fun night of high school football. Collins, a big showing against Madison Southern. The Eagles not really showing what we know that they can and will do by the time this season is over with. But here on the Bishop Small Engine Repair halftime show, we want to talk about the game that the Indians are playing right now. Offensively, they've not looked great. Defensively, they have stepped their game up, which has been their calling card ever since that Coach Mark Sanders has been here. Defense has been the calling card for the Indians. And we'll run down the stats real quick for you. The accounting of the stats brought to you by White & Associates CPAs. Visit whiteandassociatespsc.com to find out more about what White & Associates CPAs can do for you. First downs, Lexington had 10, Central had 5 of them. Rushing yards, Indians ran for 71 yards. The Knights ran for 63. Passing yards, Indians threw for 49 yards. The Knights threw for 190. Total offense, Indians have only 120 yards of total offense, whereas the Knights have a total of 253. Now, here's the big stat. The Knights have 2 turnovers. Indians have none. That's the biggest stat of the ball game right now. And penalties, the Knights have got 7 penalties for 65 yards. Indians have 6 for 42. So, really the big stat, turnovers right now, that's kept the Indians in the ball game. This game, in all honesty, probably could be a 3 or 4 score difference right now. But the Indians have played good defense, and they've got the turnovers to keep themselves in the ball game.
Yeah, the Knights really put themselves in a situation to run away with the game, especially at the first and second possession. The offensive on the Indian side seemed stagnant. It was a 14-yard run by Freddie Chenault that really kind of got the wheels turning after that 47-yard pass to Ethan Hahn, which is Derek Williams' only completion there in the first half. Yeah. He has been spot on with his balls deep. Receivers haven't been able to make plays, but they've still found a way to put 14 points up on the scoreboard. Defensively, it has just been a crazy switch from those first 2 possessions. Like I've said before here tonight, the Indians' defense has always kind of been susceptible to long balls, to that deep ball, that big play. We've always said if they can limit the big plays, and we've seen that to be the case again here tonight. But the defense really got settled in towards the end, beginning of the second quarter.
Hey, if you're watching us live on WBONTV.com, you can see Avery and myself. That's courtesy of the broadcast booth brought to you by Gateway Cycles. When it's time for your next ride, visit GatewayCycles.com. They're over there in Mount Sterling. And it is true what they say, Avery. The camera does add 10 pounds. I've got the dad bod now, but the camera does add 10 pounds. I can see it. I feel like Santa Claus. Maybe if I stood like this, it wouldn't be as bad on me. But anyway, back to the game. It's been a good first half thus far, and I feel like for the Indians to win this ball game, are going to have to really get the run game going, whether it be Chenault or Holberg. They've got to find a running back that can get going and get some big plays for this running game for Madison Central. So we'll step aside for a quick 3-minute break. When we come back, we'll have the individual stats for all the players back in Bishop Small Engine Repair halftime show on WBONTV.com and on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting.
you're the boss, you need the right machines. The right machine is a new Kawasaki Mule Pro FXR side-by-side. Quality fit and finish, and all this cabin space. Maneuvers like you wouldn't believe. The new Kawasaki Mule Pro FXR, the strongest, 'cause I said so.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling, 859-497-2100.
There's a lot of what ifs in life, you know, but you got no worries if you know where to go. To shelter in place, that's what I mean. Get people indoors, don't leave the scene. Turn off all the air systems in your place. Find a windowless room, there's no time to waste. Take a TV or radio with you too, so you can keep track of important news. This is good advice no matter where you're from. Find out more at prepareky.com.
Kentucky has lots of counties and miles of roads. And in every county, there's a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent looking out for folks when they're on the road. When you're in Kentucky, you're never far away from Kentucky's own property and casualty insurer.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
At CT Diesel Performance, they promise not to do anything to your vehicle that they wouldn't do to their own. Chris Thorne and the gang don't just work on diesel vehicles either. They also repair all auto gas vehicles and are fully serviced and ready to take on any job. Nothing is too big or too small for CT Diesel Performance. Located just off Exit 97, CT Diesel can even come get your car if you have a problem while driving down I-75. CT Diesel Performance in Richmond and at ctdiesel.us.
There's a new clinic in your hometown. Hometown Clinic in Irvin is now accepting new patients. Dr. Goebel and Joy Puckett, APRN, along with their friendly and qualified staff, welcome patients of all ages with all types of insurance. Hometown Clinic at 101 River Drive in Irvin. Open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5. Call 606-726-0200 to make your appointment now. And remember, there's no better care than hometown care at the new Hometown Clinic.
Hometown Dental is a full-service family dentistry dental group with a personal touch. They pride themselves on being on the cutting edge of the latest dentistry technology, which helps provide the best possible patient experience. Hometown Dental has several experienced dentists who can take care of all your dental needs. Go to hometowndentalrichmond.com to learn more about the great experiences that await you at Hometown Dental, located at 4095 Atwood Drive in Richmond. Hometown Dental, also in Stanford and Lancaster.
Hi, I'm Sandy Adams with Realty Roy Adams & Associates. It takes great teamwork to be successful on the football field, and it takes great teamwork to get a home sold. Just as an experienced coach is the leader of a team on the field, an experienced realtor is the coach that gets you to a successful sale. If you are looking for a professional hometown realtor to get your goal accomplished, I hope you will give one of our experienced agents the opportunity to present our game plan strategy. Remember, the right agent makes all the difference in the world.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Welcome back to the Bishop Small Engine Repair halftime show. And guys, at Bishop's, the variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. Visit bishopsmallenginerepair.com and search all the latest brands available at Bishop's on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. Avery Collier, Michael Watkins. A beautiful night, a beautiful weekend for football. We had Estill County Paintsville last night here on WBONTV.com. Earlier this evening, Donald Foster joined myself as we had Southern versus Collins. And Avery and myself tonight here on this game. We've got three really good crews for Estill County. If you're a fan of Estill County, we'll have all their games this year on WIRV, on V99.3 WIRV FM. and over on the 1550 AM as well for WIRB. All the Estill County games, home and away, will be there. For Madison Southern, all their games are on 103.5 WKXO, and you can listen to those games, whether it be home or away, all those on WKXO. Avery and I will be at every Madison Central game this year, home or away, on WEKY. That is Y92.5 WEKY will be there every game for Madison Central. Here on WBONTV.com, you can go over to our sports section and find our schedule for what TV games we will have for you. But again, Avery and I will be at every Central game this year and excited to be covering these Indians. Now, in the first half, Bo Allen, according to the White & Associates CPA's accounting of the stats, Bo Allen 8 of 17 for 190 yards, and he threw one touchdown, had the long of 54 that went to Damian Jones. Rushing, Damian Jones, 12 carries, 63 yards, had a touchdown. Dylan Coultier, 3 carries for 7 yards. He also had a touchdown. And then Keith Bringman, 1 carry for 4 yards for the Knights. Receptions, Nathan Schnurr, 4 catches for 58 yards. He had the touchdown. Damian Jones, 1 catch for 54 yards. Lincoln Justice had a catch for 37 yards. Gavin Cameron, 1 catch for 28. And Carson Brownwell, 1 catch for 13 yards. That's the Knights. For the Indians, Derek Miller, we've been bragging on him, everybody. He only threw 1 completion. That was 1 for 10. Yeah. That was like his second pass of the game. Mm-hmm. That was like a 49-yarder to Ethan Hahn, and that was a big play because it broke the seal for this Madison Central offense. Now, even though he does only have 1 completion, he's 1 of 10 for 49 yards, he has been on the money with all of his passes. So he had a couple of drops. The Indians have kind of let him down, have not really went out and made a play for him. But he has done a good job of standing in the pocket. He's taken a couple of big hits, and he's been on the money with his passes. And
you say he's taken a couple big hits. The bomb that he threw to Ethan Hahn, he was being brought down. Defender had him by his legs. He still threw it at least 40 yards in the air. Perfect throw right over Hahn's shoulders. We were raving about his ability just because it's there. The throws have been there, especially down the field. Where we need to see a little bit of improvement is making his reads, going through his progressions, not just picking a target that's deep down the field and letting it fly. Because even though he out of his 1 for 10, there has probably been at least 3 or 4 drops, one or two more plays where the receiver just didn't go up and make a play. But the other 2 have just been him throwing into triple coverage down the field. So even though he has been able to put the balls on the mark, he's still got to be a little bit more intelligent with his passes.
Well, we'll talk about Derek here in just a second. We'll talk about the rushing stats for the Indians. Freddie Chenault, 9 carries, 31 yards. Gavin Holberg has got 2 rushing touchdowns, 7 carries, 22 yards. Ethan Hahn, 3 carries for 18 yards. And Antoine Warford, 2 carries for 5 yards. Back to Derek Miller. We were talking about him. He's only 1 for 10. But Avery, for this to be his first real action in like seeing meaningful minutes. Now, there were times last year up a lot or down a lot where the Indians put Miller in late in the ball game just to kind of give him some reps. This is his first meaningful time playing the quarterback position. He's done a good job. If he can keep that up in the second half, the Indians are going to have a real shot at knocking off one of the top teams in the state.
Yeah, no, that's true. Derek Miller has done a great job, and like you said, he's playing against one of the top teams in the state. That's why I want to spend a little bit of time emphasizing what Ben Snap has done for this Indians team.
For real.
We said at the beginning of the season, who's that defensive player going to be? Who's going to step in and make the plays like KJ Long did, like Tristan Moorhead did last year? Who's going to be that guy? And Ben Snap is saying, hey, that's me. I'm going to save us points by literally taking the ball from the opponent at the 2-yard line and running it for plus 13, as well as having multiple deflections. It's just being all over the field, in the right place, at the right time, making the right plays. So this defense going up probably against one of the best offenses in the state, especially with Bo Allen, Damian Jones, doing a great job with that offense there, just handling them and getting a hold on it. Because an offense like that, if you put a lid on it, you're an elite team. But if you can contain it, you're doing a good job as a defense.
Daniel Baker also done a good job. He's got a couple of tackles for loss and a sack on Bo Allen as well. The Indians have done a good job of getting pressure on Allen and not letting him sit back there and be comfortable in the pocket. That's been a big deal in that first half. Indians, according to the Hometown Clinic scoreboard, are down 20-14, and the third quarter about to start. Randy Rosenbaum doing an absolute amazing job here on our TV stuff. The first time this year, our first time ever, Wallingford Media Group now doing video stuff. We've got WBONTV.com where we've got local news. We post local weather updates as well. And it has been a big deal, WBONTV.com, and our high school sports kicking off last night. And Randy doing a tremendous job for us over there. Also, Jaden Johnson. Now, we do have to lock Jaden up at the station because we cannot allow him to be on camera. He's not the prettiest guy in the world. He does not look as good as I do, and he's a Tar Heel fan, even worse.
Oh, that is worse.
So we got to lock him up at the station.
Infractions coming their way soon. Huh?
We think so. We think so. Jaden will probably lock himself in the apartment if that happens.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm sure I'll get a text from him in a minute. I love Jaden. Does a great job. He's on the sports show with us every now and then, and he does a wonderful job with us. And I'm pretty sure that he'll be on with us this Monday talking fantasy football. And I think there's a pretty big fight coming up next weekend, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe so.
Maybe. Mayweather McGregor. He just texted me and said Luke May. That's all I got to say. All right, guys. Second half kickoff about to be underway. We've got Snur back to return and number 7, Carson Brownwell for the Knights. And number 88, Jarrett Mullins going to kick off for the Indians. Good kick. And Brownwell will return from his own 10-yard line. From the 10, Brownwell going to get it across the 25 to about the 27 before being brought down by a host of Indians. And the Knights take over in the second half. On top 20-14 in Avery. Second half underway. Glad to have you tuned in here on WBONTV.com and on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting, WEKY and WKXO. Bo Allen in the first half, 8 of 17 for 190 yards. We'll see what happens here in the second half. If the Indian defense can still contain Bo Allen. Hand off to Jones. And up the middle he goes for a gain of a couple. And I say contain because you can't stop Bo Allen. You can't stop Damian James. You want to try and contain those two guys.
Yeah, no, you want to do your best job. But just like you said, you can't put a lid on two good players. Maybe one elite player, one great player here in the Lexington region for high school football.
Yeah. Damian Jones going to be to the left side of Bo Allen. Now back to the right side as he goes back and forth. Jones. Now Allen will throw, being pressured. Going deep. Snap back on the coverage. And Ben Snap again in perfect position to make a play. Ben Snap has been a shutdown corner tonight for the Indians.
He really has. And Bo Allen, a lot of pressure, rolling out to his right-hand side. Made a good throw. Made a really good throw down the field. Ben Snap recovering, put himself in perfect position underneath the receiver. Could have had the interception, but great job with the deflection.
3rd down and 9 for the Knights. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. They'll send Jones to the right side of Allen. Now Allen dropping back, getting pressure from behind. Doesn't see it. Throws it complete to number 1, Snur. And that time, Ben Snap on the coverage, but Snur able to break loose and pick up a first down. Indians allow a 3rd down conversion to start the 3rd quarter.
And big hit right there at the end of the play. As soon as the receiver grabbed onto the ball, did a really good job at holding onto it all the way down to the ground.
3 receivers left, 1 to the right again for Allen. Jones to his left in the backfield. Going to throw a little quick screen pass over to Brownwell. Brownwell breaking tackles. Down the field he goes, and he's got a first down again. Across the 45 of Madison Central down to the 44-yard line.
And, Mike, again, we're seeing it has been the run game that has held the Knights offense on the field and kind of together. Allen's made a few good throws here or there, but they got to stop this rushing offense.
Allen on this fake handoff. Throws over the middle, and that hit. Oh, man, that was a big hit. That was the Renfro's collision, big hit of the game. It will draw a flag, but that was a huge hit delivered by number 29 of Madison Central. And Avery, if you ever get hit like that, you can take your car. If your car ever gets hit like that, take it to Renfro's at 1136 Richmond Green Drive in Richmond. I tell you what, we are joined by a legend in the broadcast booth, my man Hugh Davis, working Lexington Legends baseball tonight, and just now getting here. And Hugh, I've talked good about you, but now listen, what's the guy doing stats for WL tonight?
Kenny Bourne.
Kenny Bourne has got me a look at this. He got me a tablet to get live stats on. I said, Hugh's never done that for me.
I like the hookup here.
I know. We may have to replace you, Hugh.
Hey, but I'm also next to you.
That's true. That's true. All right, we got 2014 score, 1st and 10 after the penalty. Allen with 3 receivers right. He'll hand it off to James. And what a play by Cox, who got in the backfield immediately and took down Damian Jones.
Yeah, and James right there with a great play coming off the edge. Damian Jones has been able to make the first person miss all night. Not that time. Hit hard in the backfield.
Loss of a couple. 2nd down and 12 on the way. Indians trying to keep the Knights off the scoreboard to begin the quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Allen will throw. Looking right. Being pressured. Hit as he threw. And incomplete. Pressure being applied by number 56 for Madison Central. That is Jackson Jewett. Jewett hit him as soon as he let that one go.
Yeah, and the Indians have been kind of headhunting here tonight.
Yeah.
They're looking to play physical and make their presence known on the defensive side of the ball.
3rd down and 12. Allen in the shotgun. Tight end to the right side. He'll look to throw. Being pressured again. Got time, however. Looking over the middle, and that pass is incomplete. Thought it was going to be picked off, but it's incomplete. And Coach Mark Center is wanting a hold on the play.
Number 75 for the Knights, left tackle Jacob Ballard, held 34 of the Indians.
That's Cox.
That's Cox. Yeah, held Jesse Cox the entire way. Allen there made a 5-step drop back. He was 7 yards deep in the pocket, or 9 yards deep in the pocket, and 75 there held him the entire way.
So Allen with 5 wide. Here on 4th and 13, they're going to go for it. Allen in the shotgun, looking, still looking, going deep, and that pass incomplete. Bo Allen just could not find his man on that possession. And the Indians' tremendous defense once again almost picked him off. And that'll give the football to the Madison Central Indians on a turnover on downs. They'll take over from their own 31-yard line.
The Indians just doing a great job against Allen and his passing threat, kind of taking his arm out of the equation so far early into the second half.
Allen on his last 3 passes, 0 of 3, all 3 incomplete. One of them almost picked off in the end zone. Now the Indians have it down by 6 with some momentum on their side. Hand off to Holberg, a nice edge to run from, and he'll get it up to the 40-yard line. Gain of 7, gain of 8. It'll bring up 2nd down and a couple for the Indians. Nice job to seal that edge by the right tackle.
Yeah, Holberg being able to get to the edge, actually have some blocking in front of him. And when they can get those first few initial blocks and get released into space, they do a great job picking up yards.
I think it's big for the Indians to put a drive together here. The defense has played good all night long, but you want to kind of give them a quick breather. Here's Hahn. Broke it. Flag coming out. But Ethan Hahn still on his feet and across the 40. But this one will be coming back as a hold on number 6, Blake Muntz. We'll bring it back for the Indians.
And I know Coach Mark Centers is sick that they just threw that flag because they have not called any of the holds that has been on the Knights side of the ball by their offensive linemen, be it struggling handling Jesse Cox. But love the run by Ethan Hahn.
Yeah.
5'8", 165 pounds, and he plays like he's about 6 foot 220. Very physical young man.
So back him up on the hold 10 yards, and that'll bring up now 2nd down and long. Spot the ball at the 28-yard line of Madison Central, and they need the 41 for a first down. So it'll be 2nd down and 13 for the Indians offense. Derek Miller will be under center. 3 receivers left, 1 receiver right. They pitch it out to Holberg. Holberg cuts it back up the middle, and he'll get it across the original line of scrimmage and gain 4 yards to bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Indians.
And the Indians looking to do exactly what you said, put a drive together, the holding penalty, kind of putting them behind the 8 ball right here, long 3rd downs. We haven't seen them convert very many of those here tonight.
Blake Muntz checking back in. He's the guy that was called for the holding penalty, and he's got a chance here if Miller goes to him to make up for the penalty. One-on-one coverage for these receivers. The Knights with no safety help over the top. Miller will throw. He's looking at Muntz. He's going deep to Muntz. Can Blake make a play? Pass interference. You have got to call the pass interference there. Are you kidding me? No flag was thrown, and Coach Centers is that on the field. How was that not a pass interference penalty? The feet got tangled up, but there was a shove that happened before then, and Blake Muntz had no shot at a play there because he was tripped up by the defender, and Coach Centers still livid at the no call.
And I really don't understand how. I don't know how you don't call that. In any stretch of the imagination, the shove beforehand plus the incidental contact afterwards, that's got to be called.
Cox with the punt, a nice end-over-end punt. Will be caught by Snur, and he is hit immediately. He'll get a yard on the return, but that's it, up to the 37-yard line. But Avery, the no call kills that drive for Madison Central and sets up the Knights with their football at their own 38-yard line.
And even though that does happen, if they were going to not convert that third down, I'd rather it happen that way because now the defense is coming out on the field with a little chip on their shoulder, feeling like they have to get the ball back for their offense because the referees want to sell them short.
Exactly. So here's Allen in the shotgun, two receivers each side. They'll hand it off to Jones, and he's going to be hit hard. Got knocked back, able to stay on his feet, and then brought down at the 40 after a gain of a couple. And Damian Jones, 15 carries, 64 yards, does have a touchdown. We got a whistle as the White Hat trying to stop the clock, stop the play.
Looks like Benny Hurt is coming off the field, limping on his left leg. By the looks of it, maybe an ankle.
Trainer will have a look at him. Levi Gaskins on the edge for the Indians. See if they can get a pass rush on Bo Allen. Allen dropping back to pass. The screen play. Indians read it out. Jones going to be hit. Staying on his feet. Still on his feet. Out of bounds he goes. I thought I saw a flag come in, but there wasn't one thrown.
Now, they've been holding on to him pretty tight.
Yeah, they have tonight.
We saw, 4 penalties in the first half? Or, wow.
Oh, I think there was 6 on the Knights and 5 on the Indians in the first half.
Okay.
20-14, their score. Now it's 3rd and 5 for the Knights. Allen, quick out, pass is incomplete. Good defense by number 18 of Madison Central. Kavanaugh to force the incompletion, and now it's going to be 4th down. The Knights will punt it away. Excellent 3-and-out stop by the Indians defense.
Great job by the defense, and this is where, if you're the Indians offense, even if you don't get in the end zone, you have to put together a drive. 7 minutes, 19 seconds right now on the clock. You don't want your defense to come back on the field for, at bare minimum, 2 minutes left on the clock. Give them 5 minutes on the sideline at least. Give them time to sit there and breathe.
Horrible punt. It'll take an Indian bounce, and the Knights will recover it at the 38-yard line, and the Indians will take over exactly where the Knights took over on their last drive at their own 38-yard line.
And starting to wonder why the reasoning for the Knights not punting the ball very often could possibly be because they don't have a punter.
So Madison Central, Derek Miller coming back out. He's only 1 of 11 tonight, but he has been the man for the Indians. He's not been crisp, he's not been clear, but he has had a couple of drops that has cost him some stats. Here's a handoff to Warford. Got a nice block on the edge. Antoine Warford breaking it for a long one. Warford at the 40, broke it. 30, 25, shoved out of bounds. But a huge play by the Indians. No flags. Luckily, we get a big break there, as I thought I saw a hold on the edge, but no flag thrown. Maybe a makeup call for Madison Central, but it's a big one as the Indians now have it at the Knights' 31-yard line.
Very well could be a makeup call, but that's the athleticism that I was talking about out of Antoine Warford. You seal that edge for him, and it's off to the races. He was tiptoeing down the sideline for about 7 yards. Great footwork, great speed, huge gain for the Indians.
See if we go with Holberg here. 3 receivers bunch to the right side. Gavin is the tailback. They'll pitch it out to him, try to seal the edge for him. Gavin Holberg finds a hole, running over defenders at the 20, still on his feet. Gavin Holberg down across the 20-yard line, brought down at the 18, and that one is another Indian first down.
And that is classic Holberg right there. Just bring on the defense. He does not take hits. He lays them out on the offensive side. Great job keeping his legs turning, pushing for those extra yards.
Just the kind of drive the Indians needed on this drive to get the defense a breather and possibly take a lead here. You're inside the 20-yard line. It is the Realty World Prime Real Estate, brought to you by Realty World Adam & Associates. You can look them up online or on Facebook to find out more. Handoff to Holberg goes nowhere. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Indians.
Yeah, and right there. No running lane for him.
No. And Avery, I know that Miller's looks good tonight, but he's only got one completion. You got to think that the Knights are going to wake up and realize that and eventually force him to throw the football. Now, there was a pass interference where he probably would have been a big completion had it not been a pass interference that wasn't called on the last drive.
Mm-hmm.
He has shown the ability to put the ball on the money. Somebody make a play for Derek Miller.
And you might want to look at that mismatch there on the outside. Maybe not.
Holberg, again, no gain. Maybe a yard.
And you are right on that. They're starting to load the box just a little bit more. I think that last play we saw 8 men in the box, single coverage on the outside, which you have a lot of size mismatches on the outside, especially with Evan Harris if he can bring the ball down.
Your 3rd down and 7. And the Indians not sure how much faith they have in their kicker. Again, they've had great kickers for the last 8-9 years. Not sure how much faith we have in the guy we have right now. It's in Warford in motion. And we've got a false start, I believe, on the Indians.
Which, might have saved them. Gives them the opportunity to put the ball in the air. I understand where Coach Centers is. I feel like he realizes that Derek Miller has been playing well, but acknowledges the same thing that we have, that he has only completed one pass. You got to put a little bit of faith in the man. That is your starting quarterback, or looks to be who's going to be the guy for you. Start letting him air the ball out, especially right here, 3rd and close, when you're in striking distance, down 6 points.
So it'll be 3rd down, and now the Indians forced with a 3rd and 12. And they got Miller in the shotgun. Got Muntz on the right side. A good sized advantage over there. They'll fake the handoff. Miller hit hard. Ball came out. Holberg picks it up, and Gavin Holberg got a chance to run. He couldn't pick up the first down, but he's going to be able to get it and gain a couple of yards. They're going to about 3 yards there, which is big because now they can go for it on 4th down, whereas if the Knights recover the fumble there, they get the football. They're going to kick it.
And Miller's slow to get up. That was a big-time hit. Just
understandably why he dropped the football. It's a Renfro's collision, big collision there. So the kick going to come on from number 25. That is Hatcher.
Soccer player.
Puts it up. It'll be close. That one is going to be through the uprights. 2017, the Knights have a 3-point cushion, just barely over the uprights, but it's a 3-point deficit now for Madison Central. 2017 is what your hometown clinic scoreboard reads. Just step aside for a 1-minute break and be back on the station for broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Here at Batteries Unlimited, we offer a wide range of services and products. Batteries ranging from automotive to alkaline, from cell phone to golf cart to boat to bulldozer. We do on-site installation. We can fix your iPhone screens, your iPad screens. If you have a wheelchair or a scooter that needs batteries, we can certainly come to you if you're unable to bring them in the store. You can find us on the internet at batteries-unlimited.com. Feel free to give us a call at 859-353-5177 and we'll answer any needs or questions you have.
Hi, I'm Sandy Adams with Realty World Adams & Associates. It takes great teamwork to be successful on the football field, and it takes great teamwork to get a home sold. Just as an experienced coach is the leader of a team on the field, an experienced realtor is the coach that gets you to a successful sale. If you are looking for a professional hometown realtor to get your goal accomplished, I hope you will give one of our experienced agents the opportunity to present our game plan strategy. Remember, The right agent makes all the difference in the world.
Back to Madison Central High School. Snurr will return it for the Knights. And the Indian special teams unit able to corral him at around the 21-yard line. Madison Central down by 3 after the nice field goal by Hatcher. Jordan Hatcher, who's a soccer player as well, Samantha Burford. Keep us up to date on all of that. Of course, Samantha doing a good job with her halftime coaches interview with Coach Mark Centers. Her husband owns a car lot somewhere here in Richmond. I cannot think. Oh, it's a Jack Burford Chevrolet, Samantha.
They are a sponsor.
They are a great sponsor for our WB on TV Game of the Week. Talked to John in between the games, and he said, can I find Samantha some more work to get her out of the house more often? So I don't know what that was about. I won't tell him one. Yeah, we'll make the Monday Night Sports show longer. We've got an injury down on the field. Of course, guys, if you're a fan of sports, Avery's been on there with us the last couple of weeks. Samantha, Donald Foster's on there every now and then. We've got a great crew we can pick from. Yeah, a collection of great sports knowledge, and not everybody knows as much as I do about sports, but you guys, you participate, which is fun. We have a good time on the Monday Night Sports Show. That's from 6 to 7. You can watch us live on WCYO, the Coyote. Randy hooking us up there. You can watch us live on the WCYO Coyote Facebook page and listen to us live on 3 different FM stations, 192.5 WEKY, 103.5 WKXO, and on B99.3 WIRB. We love sports. We just love it.
You love fantasy football.
Fantasy football this Monday. I got a draft tomorrow, man, at 3 o'clock. My first one. I'm doing 4 leagues this year.
First one you're going to ruin.
Huh?
You said that's the first one you're going to ruin?
Tomorrow's the first one for this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all know how you fare.
I'm in championship game every year, man. Huh? NASCAR race tonight, yeah. All right, Bo Allen back out there for the Indians, or for the Knights, as they get set for the 1st and 10. Handoff to Jones. Jones getting outside, and a nice tackle from behind. I'll tell you what, this Indian defense, Jesse and Jeremy Cox have been tremendous tonight from coming from behind, and now Jones is hurt, and that one could be a big injury because that one did not look good, and he is rolling around in serious pain.
He's cramping, I believe. First game of the season, heat on the field, high intensity. It's not just a 2-hour practice. Your game speed the entire time. A lot of cramping early in the season.
That boy some Gatorade. A good hit from Jesse.
And what you see with the Indians defense a lot, they never give up. Jeremy Cox there coming from behind to get that tackle after one of his other defenders missed the tackle. And that, just like I was saying earlier, that's how you have to tackle a back like Damian Jones. He can run after contact. He does a really good job. He excels with contact. So you got to have as many bodies around him as possible when you go to take him down.
Madison Central 17, the Knights of Lexington 20 with 3:40 to play in the third quarter. Can't forget about the Batteries Unlimited Recharge play of the game. That was way back in the second quarter when Ben Snap stole the ball away from a Knights player who was getting ready to waltz into the end zone. He kind of had him wrapped up and then just reached in and pulled the ball out, forced a fumble, and then returned it 13 yards and set the Indians up. They didn't score on the ensuing drive, but it was a huge play to keep the Knights out of the end zone at the time. And the defense, I mean, once again, we talked about it last year. Every single game, this one, I mean, through 2.5 quarters, it has been the defense from Madison Central that has kept him in this ball game.
Yeah, it has, and we right before Ben Snap made that huge play, I was talking, who's going to be the guy to step up and make those plays, and then you see Ben Snap do it. This Indians defense always produces 1 or 2 playmakers on the defensive side of the ball. Daniel Baker has done a great job putting pressure on Allen. Ben Snap has been a phenomenal contribution. They're taking the knee brace off of Jones. But he is walking off the field
like he's
under
okay.
his own power. Okay.
Just trying to try to shake it off, Taylor Swift style, and.
Yeah. And I'm sure, especially after you injure a knee like that, any contact that maybe felt weird or you felt something,
it's more of a scare.
It's more of a scare. You're really freaking out. You're thinking you re-injured your leg or your knee, rather. Sorry.
So number 20 will take over at running back. That is Keith Brinkman. to the left of Allen. They'll take the handoff to him. Ball is deflected, and it's loose, but it will not be a fumble. It was a deflection. A good job by Baker again, coming off the edge. Almost picked it off. Yep. And had Jesse or Jeremy Cox, two guys that were standing there, knowing the ball was deflected, they weren't ready for it. That could have been an interception, possibly a pick six.
It very well could have. It looks like Daniel Baker was going to get it because when he went up, he didn't go up to deflect. He had his hands ready to catch the football, knowing that Allen was going to fly it out.
That corner blitz paid off for the Indians. Now on 3rd and 7. See what they do here. They're going to send Baker in coverage. Allen is looking down the field. Bo Allen will take off. Will he have enough for the first down? Got a good block and sprung himself. He dove forward. I don't know if he'll have enough for it. It'll be interesting on the spot, but I believe that dive forward may have got him the first down. Could have been a block in the back call. Not sure if it was close enough to call it or not, but it looked like it from here.
From this angle, from where we're sitting, which I will just trust the side judge. Even though they haven't done great tonight, I will trust that he had a better angle than I did. Really looked like Allen got a block in the back there because Allen was really slow on the rollout. You could tell that he did not want to get hit.
So 1st and 10, Bo Allen for the first time tonight with a rush. Didn't look very smooth on the rollout or on the run, but that's what quarterbacks like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, when they have to, they do. 1st and 10 for Bo Allen. Jones is back in there. They give it to him. Jones hit hard and stood up at the 35-yard line.
And it just looks like this Indians defense gets stronger and stronger as the game goes on. Kind of looking like Alabama's defense. You see them in the 3rd quarter and you think they're the ones wearing down, but they're the ones wearing the offense down. Jones has normally gotten the better end of defenders, but right there stood up on his feet.
Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 as the 3rd quarter clock winds down. Your hometown clinic scoreboard reads 20-17. Allen will fake the handoff to Jones. Over the middle he goes. Pass is almost picked off. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for the 2nd straight time. On the last time, the Knights were able to convert on a Bo Allen run. Now on 3rd and 7, the Indians trying to get a stop. 3rd down and 7. Indian crowd trying to come alive. Now with 2:36 to play, clock is stopped on the incompletion. As we near the 11 o'clock hour, it has been a great night of high school football. Here's Allen looking over the middle. Pass caught and a big completion. Down across the 45-yard line down to the 41 is number 16, Gavin Cameron, the tight end for the Knights. And back-to-back 3rd and 7 conversions for the Knights. And another first down, Avery.
Yeah, and the seams have really been the weak point when it comes to when the passing game for the Knights have been effective. The seams have been where they have been making their money.
Hand off to Jones, and Jones hit again, lowered his shoulder, and gained about 3 more yards. What should have been a gain of 1, Damian Jones turns into a gain of 5, and gets it across the 40 down to the 37. 2nd down and 5 on the way for the Knights.
And when this defensive front is in, you got Jesse Cox coming off the field, Jeremy Cox coming off the field. This is when these guys, they have to be able to give those guys a break and continue to sustain that run defense.
Here's Allen. He'll fake the handoff. Throw. Complete. That time Ben Snap bit on the wheel route and allowed the slant pattern to number 12 for the Knights. That is Tommy Knopp, his first catch of the ball game.
Late in the 3rd quarter here, Allen starting to look like the number 1 player in the state.
Allen's hit 6 different receivers tonight, 1:39 to play in the 3rd quarter. Quick screen pass, nobody even over there. Brownwell's got it, and he's got another first down, or close to it at least. Gain of about 9, maybe 10. And an Indian player now cramping up on the sideline. Looks like number 29, Altamirano. Or actually, that's Witt. It's Denton Witt on the ground. Again, probably or hopefully just a cramping situation.
Looks like his left calf is what Coach Sanders is getting nice and worked out for him at this moment.
Indians down by 3. The Knights threatening to score again after the Indians, the last drive, put up a field goal by Jordan Hatcher. And Avery, one thing that this drive has done for the Knights, it has kept that Indian defense on the field for quite some time.
Yeah, even though the Indians did score last time, they still weren't on the field very long. They were on the field for about 3.5 minutes. So this defense has seen a lot of time on the field. The Knights kind of being more of a methodical, put a drive together offense so far, even though they did hit a few big plays early. One thing that the defense has done a really good job in, though, they have bent all the way down the field, but they have broken very few times ever since those 2 long big plays.
2 or 3 times tonight the Indians have allowed the Knights to get deep into Indian territory but not come away with anything. Of course, you had the fourth down and goal that was turned over on downs. You had the strip away by snap inside the 2-yard line.
They've had 2 goal lines. 2 times the Knights have been in the 10 besides the snap. Fumble, force, and recovery. And the Indians defense has done a really good job stopping them.
Bend but don't break. Got to do it one more time. Here's Allen going deep. Got a man. That pass is incomplete. Excellent coverage by number 22, Brandon Abner.
And that's great. And I don't know who to kind of – I'm just as impressed with Abner as I am Allen. He realized, okay, 3rd string, maybe 4th string cornerback coming in, starting cornerback on the sideline, a little bit smaller. I got the matchup. Let me go ahead and try to pick on him. But Abner stepped up to the plate, made the play.
Jones in the Wildcat formation now. Jones going to keep it up the middle. Nowhere to go. Breaks the tackle and got a first down. On 3rd and short, they just keep it with Jones in the Wildcat.
Jones about 7 yards after contact right there. Just a really tough young man to bring to the ground.
First down and 10. Bo Allen going to stay on the sidelines. Going to keep it with Jones in the Wildcat. Takes the snap. Running right side. Jones going to be tackled for a couple of yards on the play. And now snap kind of slow to get up.
And this is where that Indians defense has got to stand up tall and make a big play right here late in the 3rd quarter. 2 downs. The Knights cannot get a first down, so 2nd and goal here. Huge plays coming up.
2 receivers each side. Bo Allen back in the ball game. You want to keep Jones out of the end zone here. They're going to throw. Allen into the end zone, and that pass is caught for a touchdown. Complete to number 12, Tommy Knopp.
That's just a great throw right there by Allen. All Tommy had to do was sit down and corral it in. Right on the money. Good throw by Allen. Time for the offense to step up.
So Tommy Knopp on the touchdown reception. 2 catches on the drive for his only 2 catches of the game, and this could put it at a 2-score or a touchdown and a field goal lead for the Knights. Extra point pending from number 80 for the Knights. That is Trey Woody. Snap is high, but the hold is down, and the kick is good. 27-17 your score, and a flag on the play. Something be offsides against the Indians. We'll see. Check the flag before we go to break. 26-17 on your Hometown Clinic scoreboard. Hometown Clinic, one of our great sponsors. It was offsides, and the Knights will decline. So 27-17 your score. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break and be back right here on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
There's a lot of what ifs in life, you know, but you got no worries if you know where to go. To shelter in place, that's what I mean. Get people indoors, don't leave the scene. Turn off all the air systems in your place. Find a windowless room, there's no time to waste. Take a TV or radio with you too, so you can keep track of important news. This is good advice no matter where you're from. Find out more at prepareky.com.
Kentucky has lots of counties and miles of roads. And in every county, there's a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent looking out for folks when they're on the road. When you're in Kentucky, you're never far away from Kentucky's own property and casualty insurer.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
To Madison Central High School, the Roy Kidd Bowl, the Knights with the extra point, making a 10-point lead, and the penalty after the play was a personal foul against Madison Central. So 15 yards on the kickoff will allow them to kick off from the 45-yard line of the Indians. So maybe a squib kick here or possibly a touchback. We'll see what number 15, the kicker Francisco Rios, does for the Knights. Have to reset the ball. It's good to go. 15.7 to play in the third quarter. We'll have one more break, probably after one play for the Indians, barring an incompletion. It is a squib kick, and the Indians get it. A nice job, heads-up play by Kavanaugh to just take it and fall over.
Really good heads-up play there. You saw him. He looks like he wanted to take off, run, see how far he could get with it, since he did catch it right there at the 33 or the 27. I'm sorry, but then just got right down. And that's what you teach. First, second line, you get it in a situation of that manner. As soon as you get possession of the ball, you want to go straight down with it. No additional risk.
Great kick by Rios too. Now Humphrey back in the game for the Indians. 13.5 to play. Fake the handoff, and Humphrey going to keep it himself and go nowhere. So that'll pretty much do it for the third quarter. Your Hometown Clinic scoreboard reads the Knights of Lexington 27, your Madison Central Indians 17. We'll step aside for a 1 minute break, and we come back. The fourth Kidd Bowl back in 1 minute on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
Hometown Dental is a full-service family dentistry dental group with a personal touch. They pride themselves on being on the cutting edge of the latest dentistry technology, which helps provide the best possible patient experience. Hometown Dental has several experienced dentists who can take care of all your dental needs. Go to hometowndentalrichmond.com to learn more about the great experiences that await you at Hometown Dental, located at 4095 Atwood Drive in Richmond. Hometown Dental, also in Stanford and Lancaster.
Looking for that friendly family-owned pharmacy? Then look no further than Madison Drug in Richmond. We take the time to get to know our customers, and we're always available to answer your questions. Our goal is to serve you quickly, and you can count on us for all your prescriptions, immunizations, and free delivery for your convenience. All major insurance plans are always accepted. If you're tired of long lines and impersonal treatment at the chain stores, come see Charles at Madison Drug. Madison Drug and Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Back on the stations of Volume for Broadcasting and WBONTV.com, the Indians with it on second down and 10, and Humphrey is back in there at quarterback. After the read option didn't work on first down, Humphrey back in there, two receivers each side for Kenton. Looking to throw, and that one way off, forcing the receiver back to get it. And back at the 30-yard line, it'll be third down and long for the Indians. That time Avery Humphrey threw it a little bit behind the intended receiver.
Yeah, and it looks like Humphrey, just might not have quite the arm that Derek Miller has.
Now Humphrey kind of shaken up, having to stretch out the leg. Blake Muntz back in the game on 3rd and 8 for Madison Central. Need to get to the 39-yard line for a first down. Two receivers each side, and Holberg in the backfield. Humphrey will throw. Quick slant. Pass is caught. Complete to Muntz. Muntz gives him a big target at the wide receiver position. He's more of the tight end frame, but playing the wide receiver spot for Coach Mark Centers. Now Evan Harris checking in on the First down completion, a nice pass from Humphrey.
Humphrey's putting the ball on the money right there. Exactly what we were saying and hoping that Derek Miller could do. Humphrey's coming in and filling that role.
Muntz, 6'6", 240. 220 as they send it over to Warford on the end around. Warford breaking a tackle, and Antoine Warford, a huge pickup. Is there a flag?
I thought I saw one, maybe not. I guess not. Yeah, I might have made that up. No, there's some laundry over here.
I see it. It's back at the 32-yard line. It's a false start. And negates another big play. Penalties have really hurt the Indians tonight. We've had a couple of really big plays called back, and it seems like every time Warford breaks a big one, it's called back.
Yeah, there, Warford just getting in motion a little too early, I do believe. But you normally see that called dead before the play. So curious to why they let that play go on.
So now 1st and 15. After the Indians pick up some momentum on the first down catch from Muntz, now they back it up 5 yards, 1st and 15. They send Hahn in motion, give it to Ethan. Ethan gets around the edge, then another flag, it'll be a hold, and back him up 10 more yards from the spot.
And the Indians had done such a good job the entire game trying to keep contention there against this Lex Cath team. But just
and that might be a personal foul against the Indians or the Knights. We'll see as they sort this out. Referees will sort out the penalties. It is holding against the Indians is the first one. And dead ball, personal foul.
First warning, sideline warning.
Okay, sideline warning. So back them up 10 more yards. It's going to be 1st and 25. Maybe even longer than that, I guess, because it was a couple of yards behind the line where that penalty occurred. So it's more like 1st and 27. Need to get to the 48 of Lexington for a first down. Humphrey going to throw out of under the center. Going deep. He's got a man. That pass is incomplete, but on the money in the hands of Cody Dillon, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, and Cody Dillon, another one of those big frame type guys, 6'3", 190, can really pinpoint the ball up high. Did a great job. It looked like he was going to come down with the ball, just couldn't hang on to it.
The 2nd down and 10. Humphrey putting in a pass on the money, and I saw what Coach Sanders is talking about, Avery. He's got two really good quarterbacks. It's hard to pick one.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I feel like it would be easier for you to tell if their receivers were making the plays.
Yeah.
Both quarterbacks. I mean, Humphrey is early for him. He's had four attempts, so we'll see the outcome for him. But Derek Miller made a lot of good throws.
Handed off to Holberg, and that's going to be brought down quickly. Now 3rd and more than 25 yards. You've got to put the ball in the air here.
Yeah, for some reason, it kind of seems like the Indians are kind of have a defeated type vibe right now. I don't necessarily know why, because they've done a great job staying in this entire game. A big play right here would be huge. Just maybe breathe a little bit of life back into the Indians team.
They had that first down on this drive to Muntz, but since then they went backward instead of going forward. So 3rd and a country mile. 2 receivers each side for Humphrey. Get somebody to make a play. And we've got a false start. Back them up 5 more.
And penalties. 12 penalties, 109 yards prior to this false start. So 13 penalties, 114 yards. That's a lot of yardage. What is their total? They have 131 rushing yards. So they have
194.
194 in total offense, 114 in total penalties. That's huge.
So 3rd and 30.
We are now kind of gotten out of the country mile range. You are a long ways away. They're sitting right now at the 18. Need to get to the 48 of the Knights to get a first down.
They're going to just hand it off to Warford and see if he can make something happen. Warford does get around on the edge and right down shy of the Indians' 40-yard line. So that'll give them some punting space, but Avery down by 2 scores. Now under 9 minutes to play. The Indians might be in desperation mode here.
Yeah, you definitely, the defense is going to be up against another tough task. They're not only going to have to get one more stop if they want to win this game, they're going to have to get 2 more stops, and that's an offensive score in between. So you want to see maybe a 3 and out would be awesome here for the Indians.
We got Brownwell back to return. He stands at his own 28-yard line. Cox, another high end-over-end punt. Fair catch called for, and that one's going to be a penalty against the Knights. It should be a penalty against Madison, or against the Knights of Lexington. Think you ran into him?
Well, fair catch interference.
Okay, fair catch interference. I thought there was a push in the back after.
Fair catch interference. Where was the interference? Though?
I didn't see. I didn't see an interference on there.
He didn't touch it. Okay.
We'll see what the flag is. I thought it was a push in the back. We'll see what the referee says. It was number 29 for Madison Central in the area. That is Witt.
Who wore 29?
Blocking the back.
Gaskins?
Hugh, don't mess with me, man. That's right. Hugh Davis over here. It'll be a first down for the Knights, but the spot of the ball will be yet to be determined. It was a block in the back, and it was as the fair catch was called for, the flyer on this side for Lexington blocked in the back the number 29 Witt for Madison Central. So Bo Allen will come back out, and Avery 15 of 32. He's not blown me away.
No.
But he's got 272 yards passing on just 15 attempts, or 15 completions, excuse me.
Not saying that he's not a tremendous athlete.
He's only a sophomore, so for a sophomore, he looks really good.
For a sophomore, he looks great. #1 player in the state. I haven't seen that yet. I feel like the #1 player in the state will blow you away. The quarterback that Lexington Catholic had last year, so far at this point was a little bit more impressive to me. Had a lot of mobility, could really do a lot of things. He's playing at the University of Kentucky right now as well, correct?
Yep. No, wait, he's not. No, actually, Allen took over for him halfway through the year last year. Really? Allen became their starter halfway through the season last year. Pago. You're talking about Lafayette Walker Wood.
Okay, yeah, that is who I'm thinking about.
Yeah, you're thinking about Walker Wood. It was pretty good. Decent.
Yeah, decent there. What do you play, slot receiver now?
I don't think he's quarterback at UK. I could be wrong. We'll see. He's probably not a starter no matter where he's at right now. 27-17, 8:23 to play. Going to throw it over to the left side. Pass is going to be incomplete. It hit the ground as the receiver tried to haul it in. That was Trenton Newer. Oh, that basketball chant, "You can't do that," should pop up here. No, Randy.
You cannot do that.
Second down and 10, 8:19 to go. It's been a long day of high school football, but it's been a fun one. Bo Allen in the shotgun with one receiver to his left, a 10-point lead in his back pocket. We'll hand it off to Jones up the middle. Jones breaks a tackle, and a flag comes in, and some stuff going on over here on the sideline, and that cannot be a flag against Cox. That was simply retaliation, but, the kid had him on the ground. Cox just rolled him over. This could be offsetting penalties.
Yeah, and that's really disappointing, especially if you're the Indians. You could have brought the ball back But maybe the side judge was just, I don't know. I didn't see what the call was there.
I think it was offsetting.
Well, they brought the ball back to the spot of the flag. And it looks like they are going to take the Knights back there.
Wow, so that'll pin them even deeper. That's big for the Indians. If they want to really have a shot at coming back in this game, they got to
stop them.
A turnover is big, but they can't allow a first down here.
No. I think if the Knights get a first down here, might take the little bit of life that's left in this defense.
It is second down and 18 for the Knights. Allen in the shotgun will throw. Pass complete over the middle. Indians have been allowing that pass to be caught all night long, and again it is converted to the tight end, number 16, Gavin Cameron. Third down and short on the way.
I don't even know how I feel about saying this, but Kenton Humphrey, the quarterback, has to come up and land a hit right there. It took him way too long. He hesitated. If he comes up and makes a hit as he catches it, this is a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 situation.
Instead, it's 3rd and 4. Allen not getting any pressure on him. He's got a man wide open. Pass is caught. And a first down for the Knights. As now number 4 for the Indians. That is Humphrey, the guy who's in there at quarterback right now. A little shaken up on the play. A little cramping up himself.
So number 21, David Rhodes, is going to see some time there at the defensive back position, filling in for Humphrey. And man, just such a great situation that they were in there. Pinned them down on their own 5-yard line. Now they're back to the 25 with a fresh set of downs.
First and 10, they'll get a chance to run some clock down now, and Avery, barring a big turnover, the Indians are going to have a hard time coming back in this one. Either way, they're going to have a hard time coming back in this one, but could really use a turnover here.
They could. A 3 and out would still be okay. They still have 3 timeouts. But I'm more or less not worried about the defense. If the defense gets a stop, can the offense come on the field and get in the end zone?
Allen on the screen pass. They throw it over to, I think that's Allen. That's number 88.
Looks like number 35, Colby Jackson, starting linebacker, cramping up as well.
A lot of cramping up here late in this ballgame.
First night, first game of the season, you'll see a lot of that. Trainer's been very busy today.
Allen back in the shotgun again. 27-17. They'll give it to Jones. Jones lost his towel, but kept the football and picks up the first down. Maybe not. They might mark him a yard short. They will. Mark him a yard short. It'll be 3rd down and a yard for the Knight offense, and it'll be hard to keep them a yard out the way Jones is running the football, the way this defense is gassed, Avery.
Yeah.
It'll be hard to keep them from getting it here. But they do! Wow, a big stop for the Indians.
Huge stop, and I feel like this is definitely decision time for the Knights, because I feel like they're probably in a situation where they feel, okay, it's still going to be difficult for them to come back. They are going to punt. Okay. I will stop my argument there.
So they will punt. Ethan Hahn will go back to return for the Indians, as will Ben Snap. And punting for the Knights is going to be Sean Gallagher, a different punter than they've used all night long.
And you really got to watch the ball here. Okay, great job.
Oh, it's blocked! Indians blocked the punt. And they'll get the ball at the 10-yard line of Lexcath. Are you kidding me? What a play.
Levi Gaskins, huge play, came off the edge, firing. Great block. Last punter punted it about 13 yards net. Second one gets it blocked. That huge turnover that we were saying the Indians needed, they didn't get it until 4th down, but you got to think, great job special teams, even better job on the 3rd and 1 stop there by the defense. Now this offense has to get in the end zone.
Derek Miller back in at quarterback. Indians need a score here, and as much as it would be bad for the defense to get them right back out there, they need a quick score.
They do. This defense has got to just grin and bear it because they should be on the field here shortly. 2
receivers to the right. Slot receiver is Warford to the right side as well. 1 receiver left. Miller will throw. Screen pass to Hahn over the middle. Pass is caught. Ethan Hahn. Touchdown Indians! Touchdown Ethan Hahn. 1 play and a quick strike, and the lead is down to 4 for the Knights. What a ball game we've had for you tonight on WBONTV.com. No, you got to go for 1 here.
Yeah, because then you could tie it with the field goal. This has been a phenomenal game. The Indians have done a great job offensively and defensively. The offense has struggled, but the defense has picked them up by putting them in good situations to score the football early.
Now Hatcher out there with Hahn. They'll run that swinging gate formation. Extra point is big here because it makes it a field goal ball game. Hatcher lining up the kick. Holding is Altamirano. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 27-24, folks. Do not go anywhere. We've got a 3-point ball game here on WBONTV.com. We'll step aside for a 1-minute break. You're listening and watching us live on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting.
Since 1996, Renfro's Collision has been one of Central Kentucky's most trusted collision repair facilities, handling everything from small dings and dents to major collision damage. And now, with a very ultra-modern facility equipped with the latest technology and staffed with I-CAR Gold certified technicians, Renfro's accepts insurance from all companies and works for you, not them. So the next time you need collision repair, choose Renfro's. We've got the training, reputation, and the equipment to repair your vehicle properly and to protect your family should another accident occur.
Visit Richmond, Kentucky. Stay overnight, stay 2 nights, or a whole week. Plenty to do, plenty of room. Make Richmond your base camp for the greatest sights in Central Kentucky. Find out more. Visit RichmondKYTourism.com or download the Richmond Tourism app.
Back on WBONTV.com and the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting. Jarrett Mullins set to kick off for Madison Central. 5:37 to play in the ball game, barring overtime. Nice kickoff. Returned by Brownwell. We'll get around one side. Brownwell going to be hit and brought down inside the 20 at the 15-yard line. The Indians need to stop here, Avery, and it's pretty simple. This is how easy it is. All you got to do is go out there and stop the number 1 player in the state, get the football back, and score. It's that simple.
Okay, so it's as simple as stopping the number 1 player in the state. What about the really good running back he has as well?
That's true,
no big deal, but at the same time, this Indians defense has done a great job this entire game at stepping up when a play needs to be made. Love to see him do it right here.
Five and a half to play in the 4th. Allen looking to throw. Dropping back. He is going deep. And the pass is incomplete. Tremendous coverage again by number 22. That is Abner. The second time tonight he has saved a big play for the Knights.
And you know what I love about this? You can see Ben Snap. He was on the opposite side. He's getting just as excited. He's fired up about his cornerback making a really big play there. Great defense. Right before this drive when we were on break, we were talking about the defense being liable for a big play. They went straight for it. Great stop.
Pass over the middle again. Pass is caught. That same play, Avery, right over the middle. Every single time tonight it has worked for the Knights, and that one picks them up another first down. And for the Indians, you cannot be giving up first downs here as another player down. That is number 29, Denton Witt. The second time tonight he has went down with a cramp.
Yeah, and that's one of those, what John Gruden would call it, a RPO, a read pass option. And Allen has done a great job. I don't know it's the fact that Allen has done a great job reading it, just because he's been wide open.
Yeah.
So the defense, that linebacker's either got to drop back or the safety's got to come up a little bit earlier to stop that from happening.
Allen has the option there to hand it off to Jones, or if he sees his tight end open over the middle, just pull it back in, throw the football, and he's done a good job of that this evening. Now, with 5:16 to play, we'll take care of a Witt out there. Hopefully he's going to be okay, and the cramping issues. Again, we see this a lot earlier in the year. The first couple of weeks, you see the cramping and everything like that. But hopefully he can get him fixed back up, get him back out there on the field.
Yeah.
This defense has been tremendous all night long.
It has. And that's one thing that is just too hard to simulate in practice. You can't simulate playing a 60-minute game speed, high intensity every single play. So your muscles have to take some time to get used to being back firing on all cylinders for such a long duration.
Indians down by 3, 5 minutes and 16 seconds to play. Madison Central hitting a stop and a score. And this game, Avery, has been so good tonight. Heard a couple of people talking before the game. They thought the Lexington Catholic could have run away with this one, but the Indian defense, we know what Coach Sanders does. He has always a good defensive squad, and the offense has done enough to keep him in this ball game.
And you got to watch that tight end again. He is lined up on the left-hand side. But if they go with this repass option again, which they have a lot with Jones, he could be right down the middle.
1st and 10. Inside of 5 minutes now. Allen will fake it off. They run that same play, and again, it's incomplete. And this one could be trouble. Gone. Touchdown Knights. Nobody going to catch him. How do you let that same play that has bit you in the backside so many times tonight cost you the ball game? The defense fell asleep.
I'm at a loss of words, really. They had just gotten bit by that play 2 plays prior. They had been bit on several possessions by that exact same play, and there it is open again. Great coaching there on Lexicat's side to put the tight end on the left-hand side, bring a very athletic and speedy Carson Brownwell over to that same right side, trips on the right, put him on the inside, let him run that same route. It was there, he caught it and ran away with it.
So the extra point could put this lead back at 10, and just like that, all the momentum back on the side of the Knights. Indians have to score and score quick. And the extra point is going to be no good. Or it is good. They looked wide right, but PAT good. 34-24, 4:44 on the clock. And your hometown clinic scoreboard reads a 10-point lead for Lexington Catholic. Step aside for a woman and break and be back on the stations of Wallingford Broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
There's a new clinic in your hometown. Hometown Clinic in Irvin is now accepting new patients. Dr. Goebel and Joy Puckett, APRN, along with their friendly and qualified staff, welcome patients of all ages with all types of insurance. Hometown Clinic at 101 River Drive in Irvin. Open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5. Call 606-726-0200 to make your appointment now. And remember, there's no better care than hometown care at the new Hometown Clinic.
When you need professional assistance, White & Associates Certified Public Accountants and Consultants of Richmond can help you, providing professional services to individuals, small business, self-employed proprietors, corporations, municipal, governmental, and not-for-profit organizations. White & Associates provides individualized services for taxes, audits, business startup, consulting, financial services, payroll, and bookkeeping. Visit the website for more information and to see the local testimonials. White & Associates, PSC, 1407 Lexington Road, Richmond.
Back to WBONTV.com, and Avery Collier joining myself, Michael Watkins. Glad to have you tuned in. Indians give up a huge score there that might have costed them the ball game. Here's Ethan Hahn on the return. He needs a quick score, and Hahn going to get it to the 20-yard line, and that's it. Indians down by 10, 4:38 to play. Derek Miller will come back out at quarterback, and Central's got to have a quick score and the stop and another quick score. They got to score 2 touchdowns or a touchdown and a field goal in 4:38 to get this game to overtime or in a win. Miller will go in the shotgun. Now to go up under center. 3 receivers right, 1 receiver left. He's looking. He's going deep. That'll be pass interference all day long.
And that's what we've seen a lot of this game. And one of the first time that it's been called for the Indians, the receivers not being able to do anything while they're running down the field. Lexington Catholic's defenders have been all over the receiver.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians. Madison Central will get it at the 30-yard line. And that's really the bad thing about high school football pass interference is it's not a spot penalty. They hand it off to Chennault up the middle, and he gets a couple. It is a 10-yard penalty, and that's it. It does give you a first down, but that's pretty much as far as it goes.
Yeah.
That was a big play there, too, because it was probably a 25-yard penalty if it's the spot penalty.
Yeah, no, it is.
Miller will pitch it out to Holberg. And Holberg going to be knocked out of bounds to stop the clock with 3:51 to play. And it'll be close to a first down for the Indians. Let's see if they move the chains. Coach Sanders is signaling first down, but we've not had the signal yet. And we have. There we go. First down Indians. Miller handed off to Hahn now. Ethan trying to find some space, nowhere to go, and he'll lose a couple of yards. And now you got to start putting the ball in the air, I would think.
Yeah, with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock, you kind of have to start letting it fly, see what happens, because you have playmakers like Ethan Hahn, Warford, people that can catch the ball 10 yards away and break it for a big one. So you got to at least allow that possibility.
34-24 your score, 3:21 to play. Miller will go up under center. He will throw on 2nd down. He's going deep, and that one just overthrown, trying to go after Ben Snap.
And if Derek Miller, I mean, he's got the arm. He's got the frame.
Yeah. He's got all the tools to be a successful quarterback.
He does. He really does.
Samantha Burford said they got to run faster, catch under them balls, right? Yeah. He's got the arm. And they've got the weapons, too. I mean, they've got plenty of guys on the outside. Now, what this first game will do for you, just as it will for Madison Southern, who lost to Collins in the first game, it will allow you to kind of figure out what you've got to work on. Here's Miller again. Pass going to be incomplete that time to number 11, Antoine Warford. And 4th down on the way. Indians want to fall short here at home in the Roy Kidd Bowl tonight. Going to go for it on 4th down and 11. Madison Central will be on the road next week at Woodford County. Avery and I will be there on WEKY, Y92.5. Have all the action for you. Miller will throw. Being pressured, steps out of the pocket, throws, complete, and a flag comes in. That was an ugly tackle, but a huge catch by Ethan Hahn, and he stares down the defender after the catch is made. It'll be pass interference, but won't even matter as the Indians pick up 11 yards on the play. Nice pass, a nice catch from Miller to Hahn.
And you know the Indians want to have a little bit of pep in their step here with only 3 minutes remaining on the clock, down 10. Probably looking to go downfield here, Mike.
And that penalty on the Indians.
Oh, wow.
It had to be, we'll see what they say here, but it had to be offensive pass interference, I guess. Only thing that makes sense. And Coach Sanders is having a discussion with the official. When Hahn was tackled, his helmet was kind of slammed into the ground. Okay, no, it is pass interference on the defense. Okay. Okay, so they walked it off one way and they walked it back the other way. So that's where my confusion came in at. 46-yard line. Indians have 3 minutes to play and have to score twice to win or send this game into overtime. They'll hand it off to Holberg. He lost it, picked it back up. Gavin running through in a face mask.
and I don't understand what took them that long to throw that flag. We're sitting here in the booth, and it's easy to see. It was right in front of the official's face.
Officials kind of lagging tonight. It is a Saturday. Maybe they had a game last night, didn't get much sleep last night or something, but I know Randy didn't. Randy has to get at least 10 hours of beauty sleep, he said. 34-24, 2:45 to play. Chenault in the backfield. Indians got to put one in here. They'll hand it off to Warford. Warford's got a good block, but couldn't spring it very far. He'll get a first down, and that's it. Gains 5 yards, needed 4 for the first. 2:33 to play. Indians down by 10. A score here makes it a 3-point ball game. Just don't have much time. 2:25 to play now. Pitch out to Hahn. Ethan cuts it inside. Goes nowhere. Second down and 10 on the way. Miller going to throw now. Chopping back. He's going to show off that arm. Going deep. And pass interference. Again.
I love how the officials have decided, all right, they're down 10, 3 minutes left to play. Let's call everything that is supposed to be called now. Could have used this help a little bit earlier when those plays would have been very impactful if they would have called the penalties there.
Yeah.
But coming late to the game, I mean, the Indians, you can't count them out completely. They do have 3 timeouts. They are going to get another first down here, so there is still a little bit of life.
Now the penalties really racking up for both teams. Indians 13.
Okay, so they called pass interference on the offense and the defense. Offsetting penalties. Don't think that I've seen that, or I'm going to say I haven't seen that many times before.
You're not on each person.
In the same play.
Oh, second down and 10. They'll replay the down. Minute 43 to play. Miller lost it, got it back. Here's Miller. Going to take off. Lower the boom is still on his feet. Derek Miller, a big pickup. That might be a wrinkle the Indians have to put in.
And that just might be because Derek Miller is a force to be reckoned with. 6'4", 210 pounds. Yeah. Ben Roethlisberger type frame with a small set of wheels.
With a big arm.
With a big arm.
Hand off to Holberg up the middle, and Gavin will not pick up the first. Minute 12 to play.
I'm just confused why they're running the football. You know, now you're having to take timeouts on the offensive side. You're relying on
I think you're trying to pick up the first down there, get that clock to stop, and then reset your offense. But I'm with you. You really almost have to go to the end zone here because you got to score twice.
This drive here, they have ran 4 or 5, thrown 3 or 4 maybe. You know, in my opinion, if I'm down by 10 with 3 minutes left, I understand running the ball here and there. That makes sense. You can have big plays from it. We've seen Madison Central do that several times. But at this point in time, you got to put the ball in the air.
Awesome opening weekend for us here on WBON TV. A special thank you to all of our great sponsors, CT Diesel Performance, Bishop Small Engine Repair, Hometown Clinic, Hometown Dental, Realty World, Adams & Associates, Renfro's Collision, Batteries Unlimited, Kentucky Farm Bureau. We'll have their post-game show coming up here in just a few moments. Kentucky Farm Bureau, if you need insurance, start with Kentucky Farm Bureau with 3 locations in Madison County, 1 in Berea, 2 here in Richmond. And we'll also have our Hometown Dental Player of the Game, Hometown Dental on Atwood Drive in Richmond, just off 4 Mile Avenue. Learn more at hometowndentalrichmond.com. Minute 9 to play, and 4th down and 3. Miller going to roll out right, looking down the field. And he is going to be caught, still on his feet, taken down, and that'll be a turnover on downs. And Lexcath will take over. 59.1 to play, Avery, and the Knights will come in here in the Roy Kidd Bowl and get revenge from last year. This game, I don't know, I didn't know what to expect, but this is a really good ball game tonight.
It was all the way to the end. Middle of the 4th quarter. Once they had that breakaway run by Brownwell, you kind of saw that the game had been decided. The Indians looked defeated. The Lexcath was kind of finding their rhythm here in the second half. So for a game where a lot of people thought that Lexcath would run away with this one, I've been impressed with the Indians.
I have too.
34 points may seem like a lot, but in a high school football game against one of the best offenses in the state, 34 points isn't bad.
Handoff will go up the middle to the fullback, Collier. He's still going. Dylan Coulter gains about 6. 2nd down on the way, and the crowd starting to file out here at the stadium. Madison Central, Avery, going to fall here at home in the opening game of the season, the Roy Kidd Bowl. 34-24 with 30 seconds to play. You can stay tuned for our post-game show brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau. We'll have the Hometown Dental Player of the Game. One more play. They'll hand it off to Coulter again, and Coulter breaking tackles. Still on his feet. And brought down for a first down. 7.8 to play. 41, or the ball on the 41-yard line. Almost at 41 seconds.
I know. I was like, oh, snap. It went from 10 to 41.
It did earlier in the game. It did that first game. It went from 6 minutes to 5 and then up to 8. We had some clock issues. Now it's going to let the clock wind down and take the win here on the road to the Roy Kidd Bowl. Final score, your Hometown Clinic scoreboard is 34-24. Indians fall at home in the Roy Kidd Bowl. We will take a short 2-minute commercial break. When we come back, our Kentucky Farm Bureau postgame show. If you need insurance, start with the Kentucky Farm Bureau with 3 locations in Madison County, 1 in Berea, and 2 here in Richmond. Step aside for a 2-minute commercial break and come back here on the stations of volume for broadcasting and WBONTV.com.
At CT Diesel Performance, they promise not to do anything to your vehicle that they wouldn't do to their own. Chris Thorne and the gang don't just work on diesel vehicles either. They also repair all auto gas vehicles and are fully serviced and ready to take on any job. Nothing is too big or too small for CT Diesel Performance. Located just off Exit 97, CT Diesel can even come get your car if you have a problem while driving down I-75. CT Diesel Performance in Richmond and at ctdiesel.us.
When you're the boss, you need the right machines. The right machine is a new Kawasaki Mule Pro FXR side-by-side. Quality fit and finish, and all this cabin space. Maneuvers like you wouldn't believe. The new Kawasaki Mule Pro FXR, the strongest, because I said so.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling, 859-497-2100.
Supposed to have a 2-minute break. I think Randy did 1 minute for us, but we're okay. We're back on WBONTV.com. Hey, Randy, we'll roll with it. Back on WONTV.com and on the stations of Wallingford for broadcasting. And a pretty big game here tonight, Avery. A good one to close us out on the nightcap. And I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and pick our Hometown Dental player of the game. Hometown Dental on Atwood Drive in Richmond, just off 4 Mile Avenue. If you need some dental stuff done, make sure to check out Hometown Dental. You can check out their website, hometowndentalrichmond.com. But a great game here tonight. Indians fall short, but got a tremendous effort from Derek Miller and the rest of the guys.
Yeah, no, he did. The Indians, they really tried to kind of keep up with this offense. I think when they run into teams with a potent offense, it might be games where they could struggle a little bit, just because unless Derek Miller or Humphrey, whichever one Coach Sinners decides to go forward with, which after seeing this first game, looks like Miller probably has a little bit more upside.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they kind of bounce back from this loss. Ben Snap getting the player of the game, I think that is perfect fit. He was just huge, the impact that he made on the defensive side.
He's our player of the game and the player of the game of the Roy Kidd Bowl, and rightfully so. And this kid played tremendous tonight, had a ton of deflections, had the big fumble strip and return for 13 yards, and an all-around great game for Ben Snap. Now, we're running the stats real quick. You know, Bo Allen obviously going to have a tremendous future, but tonight, 20 of 39, 381 yards, 3 touchdowns. This team, Lexington, I feel sorry for whoever faces them later on this year, because they are going to put up some points. I mean, they put up 34 points against a really good Madison Central defense, and they really made it look, I mean, I didn't think Allen was, like, super flashy, but you can see this team is going to score some points this year.
Yeah, no, he makes all the right reads. He makes all the right moves.
Yeah.
And that's when you're a high school quarterback with an arm, because he does. He has a super fiery release. Love his release when he's throwing the football. He can just snap the ball in there. But when you're just reading defense as well, going through your progressions, and you're a high school quarterback, you can be very effective. And that is exactly what Lex Cat has, which they gave. And I understand he did have 381 yards, 3 touchdowns. But I don't think he could do it without the help of Damian Jones.
Yeah.
Damian Jones draws a lot of respect from defenses. They can't pack the box because of Allen, but at the same time, you don't see as many nickel formations and 5 defense, or a quarter with you when you have 4 or 5 defensive backs on the field at the same time. You don't see many of those formations, just because you do have to respect the running ability of Damian Jones. 23
carries, 97 yards, a touchdown for Jones. He also caught 2 passes for 58 yards, so a big game for Damian Jones. As for the Indians, Derek Miller, 3 of 15 for 64 yards, did throw a touchdown. Kenton Humphrey, 2 of 4 for 14 yards. Rushing, Gavin Holberg, 15 carries, 2 touchdowns, 74 yards. Freddie Chenault, 10 carries, 34 yards. Ethan Hahn, 5 for 17. And catching, we had 2 catches for Ethan Hahn for 60 yards and 1 for Blake Muntz, which is a 12-yarder. Indians got to clean up their game, Avery. 13 penalties for 114 yards. That is way too many penalty yards whenever you only have 223 total yards.
Total offense.
I mean, this defense, they played really good. They gave up 508 yards tonight total to Lexington. They were on the field for a ton, though.
They really were. I don't believe that there were any offensive possessions by the Indians that lasted over 4 minutes. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No.
Maybe one. But even when they scored, it was because the defense just a perfect example right there at the end of the game, which is, it's hard to expect the defense to be able to bounce back from, but they get the huge block. Ethan Hahn scores on the next play. They were on the field for 4.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Now they're going right back on. It's hard because you got to say, okay, you got to grin and bear it defense. We need to stop, but at the same time, you can't put that much pressure on your defensive guys.
Final score, 34-24. The Knights knock off the Indians here in the Roy Kidd Bowl. Awesome job, everybody, this weekend. For Randy Rosenbaum, I mean, we knew he was good. He was really good this weekend. So, Randy, you might get the MVP award. There's his thumb coming in the shot. I tell you what, Austin Hanks, really good job. He was our cameraman. He was tremendous tonight as well. There's his thumb. We get the thumbs up, guys. Those 2 guys killed it this weekend. Danny Wood, William Hardy last night, a tremendous job. Jaden Johnson, Whitney Hammonds back at studio control over the weekend. Everybody tremendous this weekend, and a special thanks to everybody that took part. and was a big part of our opening weekend here on WBON TV Sports and for everybody on the radio side as well. Donald Foster, good job. Avery Collier, okay, I guess. We still got some improvements to do, I guess. And me, hopefully I can get myself lined out by next week as well. But next week, we've got Garrett County at Madison Southern. It'll be our second week of WBON TV Sports. You can check out the entire schedule on our website. Don't forget the Wallingford Sports Show coming up this Monday. You can watch that live on the WCYO Coyote Facebook page and listen to it live on 3 different radio stations. And we are going to have a replay ready tomorrow. We're going to replay all 3 games at 1 o'clock, starting with Estill County tomorrow night. The replay will be on WBON TV Sports. You can watch it on WBONTV.com, the replay of the Estill County game. And then we'll follow with the Southern game after that, and the Central game to follow after that. So all 3 games we had this weekend will be replayed tomorrow, starting at 1. You can watch them live on WBONTV.com. So for everybody involved, me, I'm Michael Watkins, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, including Samantha Burfer, who is over here looking at me. We'll see her on Monday as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to us, guys. And we'll see you next time here on WBON TV Sports.
The revolution is here. We're changing the way you watch news, weather, sports, traffic, and a lot more. Introducing Richmond's very own WBONTV.com. WBONTV.com is your link to the new age of visual digital media and the way you watch it. Get everything you want, when you want it, and where you want it, on any mobile or digital device and viewable screen, including that big screen in your living room. Get it on the go, at night, or wherever you want it. 24/7, WBONTV.com. Learn it. Love it. Use it.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Kokudet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
New Silverados cost less at Jack Burford Chevrolet.
We have rugged ones. We have stock shiny ones. We sell pretty ones. And we have Silverados for the fan in all of us. And Chevy trucks are just as smart as they are strong. Offering Chevrolet MyLink, wireless charging, and 4G LTE Wi-Fi. Check out our new truck inventory online at jackburford.com.
Jack Burford Chevrolet,
where Chevys cost less.
Readers of the Richmond Register keep voting Apollo Pizza the best pizza in Madison County. Why? Because Apollo Pizza is delicious, that's why. But Apollo serves more than delicious handmade pizza. Mixed green salads, hot subs, and hoagies, boneless wings, and amazing baked pasta. Dine in at 228 South 2nd Street or get carry-out and delivery in northern Madison County at 3325 Colonel Road. After the game or anytime, visit Madison County's home for handmade pizza for over 30 years. Apollo Pizza.
Since 1996, Renfro's Collision has been one of Central Kentucky's most trusted collision repair facilities, handling everything from small dings and dents to major collision damage. And now, with a very ultra-modern facility equipped with the latest technology and staffed with I-CAR Gold certified technicians, Renfro's accepts insurance from all companies and works for you, not them. So the next time you need collision repair, choose Renfro's. We've got the training, reputation, and the equipment to repair your vehicle properly and to protect your family should another accident occur.
Visit Richmond, Kentucky. Stay overnight, stay 2 nights, or a whole week. Plenty to do, plenty of room. Make Richmond your base camp for the greatest sights in Central Kentucky. Find out more. Visit RichmondKYTourism.com or download the Richmond Tourism app.
When you're the boss, you need the right machines. The right machine is a new Kawasaki Mule Pro FXR side-by-side. Quality fit and finish, and all this cabin space. Maneuvers like you wouldn't believe. The new Kawasaki Mule Pro FXR, the strongest, 'cause I said so.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling, 859-497-2100.